Josh on last night was 0 for 4, so he did have a base on balls and scored a run. So he's looking forward for his first base hit in this best 3 out of 5. Umpires are moving post 100 back into dugout down the third baseline.
Got to be a certain spot behind the line here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Danny might tell the umpire to move here in a second.
There's a call, strike 1 on Josh Beam to lead off the top of the first inning for Cherryville Post 100.
1 ball, no strikes to Beam. Lefty on lefty. Starting the game off. Like we said, tomorrow we'll have all the action for Shelby, wherever they decide to go.
And the weather will dictate that, right?
Yep, weather will dictate that. The coaches are going to call each other at 2 p.m. and then see who's got the driest field. Right. So maybe they'll Skype each other. I don't know how they'll know who's got a better field. But Hayesville, I mean Haywood County, they're going to. I would imagine they're not. If they did stay overnight, they're not going to drive all the way home and then make the decision, are they? Yeah. Unless they drove home tonight, then make the decision tomorrow. So I don't know. Here's the winding pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-1 now to Beam. No outs. Top of the first here on WCSL 1590 AM. And watching on WCSL1590am.com. 2-1 count. Lefty on lefty.
The lights are on now, Kevin.
Oh, we're ready to rock now. Outside in the dirt.
Kevin, I just, with the field as wet as it is, he's going to be, here they come. Baseball's coming into the game. You're going to see baseball in and out all night.
Oh, yeah. As wet as this ground is, we're going to use a box, maybe 2.
Oh, yeah.
Of baseballs. Lights are on. New Walmart getting built down the street. We saw when we came in. Everything but the sign up. High, ball forward, Beam take a walk. And he'll reach base to lead off tonight.
That'll bring up shortstop Brett Huff. Brett had a great game last night, Kevin. 3 for 4, a single, triple, a home run, 3 RBIs. And he was coming up at his last at-bat last night with the opportunity to go for the cycle, and he got hit.
Okay.
Hit by pitcher.
I do remember tweeting about that. Yeah. He almost had the cycle. What did he need for the cycle?
He needed a double.
That's not hard to get.
No, he'd already got the hardest part done, the triple and the home run.
It's very hard to get a triple in Cherryville.
It's hard to get a home run too. There's not been many hit this year.
No, they haven't.
So Brett Huff's off to a good start with a 2-0 count.
You got a lineup for them I can look at? Did he give you a copy?
No, he did not. But I've got. Let me show you.
Who's pitching? How about that?
Oh, okay. That's
a little high.
Hunter,
that's pretty good.
Hunter Dotson.
Hunter Dotson on the mound tonight.
Mm-hmm. Now, what I've got from last night, here's the type of lineup he gave me.
Okay.
From last night.
I'll write something down in a minute. Here's the pitch outside. Dobson having problems right now. Finding the strike zone, Danny.
He sure is. And that'll bring up...
that'll bring out the coach. Going to have a little talk. We'll go ahead and take a 30-second break here on WCSL and WOHS. We'll be right back.
Shane Calloway invites you to see Cherryville Printables for your sports embroidery, screen printing, and promotional items. Plus, if you're a member of a sports team, the new Cherryville Printables sells uniforms and sporting good apparel, including the New Era and Flex Fit hats. Plus name brand apparel, including Nike, Augusta, Holloway, Ashworth, Adidas, Carhartt, and Dry Duck. And they can personalize any item. And be sure to ask them about their special fundraising pricing. See their products in Medical Center Pharmacy or call 704-200-3741. That's Shane Calloway and Cherryville Printables, 704-200-3741.
All right, back in action, North Meg High School. Back in action, North Meg High School. Post 100. It's got first 2 runners of the game on base, 2 walks. Square to butt down the third baseline. Lefty Thompson's going to have to make a play at first. Going to be close. He's off the bag. Safe. Base is juiced, and that brings up the cleanup hitter, Brandon Alexander.
As an error on the pitcher. He had him out at first base if he'd had the ball down.
Good throw, would have done it. Guess when he can't find the plate, it's going to be tough to find first base,
It's going to be tough to find first base.
Slick balls out there today, though. Going to have quite a few of those probably. Huntersville brings the infield in. Outside ball one.
Good opportunity for Post 100 to get on the board here early in the game.
This is game 2 of the best of 5. Pretty good pitch there. Close, a little bit low. Be ball 2, 2-0.
Yeah, Dotson, a lefty, pretty good sized kid, but don't seem to be throwing the ball really hard.
He's close enough to get strikes if it's a big strike zone, but right now, no.
Base hit right side.
Right field, one run's going to score. They're going to hold him up at third as Huntersville gets the ball in. Base hit RBI for Brandon Alexander as Beam comes on, and the bases are still juiced. 1-0 Cherryville leads with Tyler Shoemaker up to bat now.
You know, fly ball will get another run in here if he can make some contact.
About anything out of the infield will probably get that run in here.
And if the ball hits the ground out there, and it's just going to stop in the outfield.
Oh, yeah.
It's not going to roll.
High curve ball. 1-0 Shoemaker. Bases still juiced. No outs. Post 100 up 1-0. There's a base hit. Right center field. Another one. These right-handed hitters, Danny, I'm going to tell you, doing a good job hitting that curveball to right field.
Just punching it somewhere, Kevin.
Usually don't play discipline for 4 and 5 hitters. Yep. Great job there. Not trying to swing for the fences and do something with it. They just poke it to right field, get your base hit, get out of there, get a run in. 2-0.
That'll bring up
Post 100 leads.
First baseman Cameron High.
Who's doing the pitching tonight for Post 100, Danny?
Heath King.
Heath King.
He's 3-0 on the year. Cameron, there's
a strike, and the catcher got crossed up. And now he throws the ball away, and the third baseman's there to save it. But
Tyler would have scored on that if it had kept coming, but he played it safe.
We had a little cross-up. Catcher must have been thinking fastball or curveball, and it was the opposite.
Cameron had a good night last night in Cherryville. He went 2-for-4 with RBI. Good chance to drive another run in here.
Bases juiced. No outs. High fastball 1. It's a lot different view from down here right behind the catcher, isn't it, Danny? We don't get to see this much.
I've got an iron pole. But
I guess you do.
I've got a big iron pole in front of him.
Ground ball, third base, going to keep it in. Comes home with it out. Good play home by the third baseman. Is going to get the runner first out of the inning for Post 100. Now we still got bases juiced and 1 out. Infield fly rule still on. That's going to bring up Hunter Jackson.
That's fielder's choice for Cameron High.
That ball could have been almost anywhere there.
It sure could have. I thought maybe as slow as rolling, he might be able to score. Hunter's really been playing some great baseball.
Hunter has been playing some great baseball.
It seemed like when it needed an RBI, he's more than...
He's been a great timely hitter when you need it. Mm-hmm. Great. Speaking of grandfathers, his grandfather's listening tonight.
Yeah, we'll talk about him in a minute.
Wind outside, about 6 inches outside, 3-0.
Yeah, we'll shout out to Hoover Quinn. He's listening up tonight, and hope you're doing well, and hope you've enjoyed these ball games this year.
3-0 pitch to Jackson, taken all the way. That'll be ball 4-0. Going to call it strike.
Call.
Strike zone got a little bigger all of a sudden,
Yes, it did.
That fastball about 2 pitches ago, about the same spot.
It has got really still here. No wind blowing now.
It's quiet. You can hear a pin drop. Strike 2. That's a strike. That's the pitch Jackson wants to see on this pitch.
I know.
Beautiful pitch.
That was a good pitch right there.
Full count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Foul ball for Jackson. He's going to hang in there. Full count. 1 out. Bases juiced. Jackson at the bat.
Austin Wilkinson on deck for Post 100.
Infield is in for Huntersville. They're coming to the plate. No double plays here unless he goes to the catcher then first. Swing and a miss in the dirt. Jackson will strike out. the second out of the inning, and that brings up Wilkinson.
Alexander at third, Shoemaker at second, and Cameron Hyatt first base. Bases loaded, and 2 runs already in the top of the first for Cherryville.
Last night, didn't y'all have a hit fest last night?
A what?
Hit fest.
We did. I'll tell you in a minute, though. They was 30 hits last night between both ball clubs.
Shoot.
Sure were. I think Cherryville out hit Huntersville by 1 or 2.
That's a strike.
Good pitch right there on the corner.
Yep, good pitch.
Look like
1-1.
Look like Dawson's finding the strike zone now, Kevin.
There's fly ball center field. Looks like it's going to be out number 3. They can't under it out, and it will be. Danny, I'll let you round up the inning here.
All right, thank you. In the top of the first for Post 100, 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 error committed, and 3 runners left on base. After a half an inning play, Post 102, Huntersville coming to bat.
We'll be right back.
Community minded, just like you. Community minded, that's for sure, it's true.
You care about the future of this community. You grew up here. You've raised a family here. Your life is here. So is ours.
Carolina Trust Bank, member FDIC.
Community minded, just like you.
Cherryville Self-Storage is your complete storage center. They have units from 5x5 up to 10x30. They also sell moving supplies such as locks, slips, covers, rope, and more. Cherryville Self-Storage is the first storage facility in Cherryville and also has the newest units in town. They're also the only storage facility in the surrounding area with climate-controlled units. All storage units have 24-hour access and have paved lots for your convenience. Units are also monitored by security cameras as well as treated monthly for pest control. Office and units are located at the corner of Elm and Main Street, 300 Main Street at Suite A in Cherryville. Call the office at 704-435-4909 or come by and see Phyllis, Carolyn, and Larry today. Go.
And welcome back to North American High School, Huntersville. Here in the bottom of the first inning, Danny.
Leading off for Post 321 will be the center fielder, Will Champion. And there goes Hunter Jackson, the catcher, back to the dugout to get a new
mask. Might have grabbed the wrong one.
New face mask.
He went to grab the most important thing.
While we got a quick break, Austin Wilkinson in center, Josh Beam in Wilkinson right, Beam in left, Towery in left field. We'll go over the rest of the defensive lineup for Post 100 here shortly. Will Champion the batter.
Here's the first pitch, popped up. Right center field, going to be caught by the right fielder.
That's Wilkinson.
Jackson didn't change masks, Danny. He forgot the most important part of a catcher's equipment.
Oh, my goodness. We're not going to say what that is, but I think most of our listeners know what that is.
The most important part of a catcher's equipment.
Batting second for Huntersville will be third baseman Jeffrey Williamson, right-handed batter.
He thought about it the first time King threw it in the dirt. He said, whoa, let me get out of here. Here's the pitch right down the middle, hit up the middle. Shortstop's going to have to come in and make a play. Huff over to first. He's safe. Ooh.
He called him out.
Ooh, Danny.
Ooh.
Was that right?
We will take that call.
Was that right? I thought he was safe.
I thought he was safe, too. Anyhow, 2 up and 2 down to bring up the...
it's wet outside.
Yeah, it is. Bring up the shortstop, Kurt Stapaseski.
I just from playing shortstop, I thought Huff, it just took too long. That ball sucked up in that water.
It did. It slowed it down. It sure did.
Here's the first pitch, ball in the dirt. Ball 1. 2, is that Williams or Williamson?
Williamson grounded out. This is Stapaseski. Yeah, Kurt Stapaseski.
Here's the pitch from King. Foul ball over here to the right side.
I gave our listeners the outfield for Post 100 at first base at Cameron High. Shortstop's Brad Huff. Second baseman Caleb Nairn. And Brandon Alexander on third. In the battery, Hunter Jackson behind the plate. And Heath King, the pitcher tonight, with a 3-0 record for Post 100.
That's a tall third baseman.
She is.
Breaking ball on the outside. He's going to be hitting second base. And over to first, and that'll do it here.
That'll do it.
3 up, 3 down.
Yeah, no runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. And after one inning, Post 102, Huntersville 0.
We'll be back.
Want a building project in the near future? Then see Don or Tracy Lyles at College Building Supplies in Dallas, right across from Gaston College. You'll find material for treated decks, storage buildings, and even galvanized metal. Save too on roof cement and cement blocks. College Building Supply in Dallas has vinyl windows in all sizes as low as $69. Get quotes from kitchen cabinets, shingles, exterior siding, and even dog houses. College Building Supplies, Highway 321 in Dallas, across from Gaston College. Open Monday through Saturday.
Your full-service service center for your automobile is Rick's Automotive on East Main Street in Cherryville. They do it all at Rick's Automotive. Rick Walker and his staff is dedicated at providing you the best in automotive care. From an oil change to a tune-up, from a tire alignment to a full set of new tires, from heaters to air conditioners, you can get it done at Rick's Automotive. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30. Rick's Automotive, 1001 East Main Street in Cherryville. Call 435-3801.
And welcome back to North American High School. First pitch, ball 1.
That's Caleb Nairn, the number 9 batter, leading off the top of the second for Post 100.
Lefty on lefty matchup.
Ball high.
Ball high. That's close.
Got a score from Sims Legion Park, 1-0 Gastonia in the bottom of the fourth.
Gastonia leads Caldwell.
Yeah, Caldwell. Ball 3. Ball high. Dotson starting off the second like he started off the first.
Having trouble finding the strike zone. Every now and then you just need to throw a couple right down the gut and get the feel of it and work after that.
Ball 4.
Yeah, we got that other pen over there. I'll work on drawing me a picture here.
So we're back to the top of the order for Post 100. Josh Bean, left-handed batter. Josh walked and scored the first run for Post 100 in the top of the first. Appreciate all you fans listening in tonight. Hope you enjoy the broadcast. This will be a 9-inning game. No rain outs. If we'd get rain delayed or rained out, we'd finish it tomorrow at Cherryville. Got to go 9 innings.
Oh, no balls, 1 strike. Here in the top of the second, Post 100 leads 2-0. Inside pitch.
Pretty good pitch. Pretty good pitch, but it's right off the plate. Good eye by Josh Bean.
1-1 pitch from the lefty, high and inside, ball 2. 2-1 now to Bean. Bean walked the first time last night. You said he was 0 for 4.
He was.
Did he get a walk or anything last night?
He walked in the 6th and scored a run. He did get an RBI on one of his flyouts last night. Looking for his first hit in the series.
3-1, no outs. Top of the second, Post 100 up 2-0. That pitch is going to be called strike here. Waited just a second.
Wow.
Good spot for a lefty to hit, whether it was a strike or not. Here's the pitch in the dirt, ball 4. Bean will take first base. That'll bring up Brett Huff.
Brett also reached on base on balls and scored the second run for Post 100. What's the percentage on base on balls? Scoring? It's way up there, isn't it?
Well, You can't defend a walk.
That's right.
No matter how good the shortstop is, Ozzie Smith's out there. He can't stop a walk. In the dirt, gonna get by, bounce back to the catcher, no
Wild
play.
pitch. Wild
Runners
pitch.
move over to second and third. A good bounce back, but still no chance to make the play out at second or third. So now we have, is that Nairn on third?
Yes.
Nairn on third.
And Josh Beam on second. No outs. Brett Huff with the opportunity for an RBI chance.
Here's the 1-0 pitch. Hammered.
There it is.
Twins short and third. We're going to have a play at the plate. Maybe. Nope. Coach Riddle's going to hold him up at third.
Probably a good idea.
First and third action here with no outs. Maybe took a chance of two, but not with no outs. And your number 3 and 4 hitters coming up. First and third now.
Brett Huff just leading off tonight just like he ended last night. He's hot. 3 for 4 last night. Already a base hit and RBI tonight. That'll bring up Dalton Towery, the left fielder.
There's a base hit right field. That's going to be another run scores for Post 100. It's 4-0 as they keep
adding on.
They keep hitting them between. They're hitting them in the perfect spots right now, Dan.
What's them called? Tweeners?
I'm hitting them tweeners. I got two tweeners to right and one to left right now.
Yeah.
That's going to bring up Alexander, the cleanup hitter, now with first and second.
Yeah, base hit last inning with the RBI.
And he had the first hit last inning. He's going to square the bunt, try to drag it, and no dice. Notice this year, Danny, not necessarily Post 100, but just altogether a lot of missed bunts.
A lot of missed bunts. They sure are.
I've seen a lot of head scratching from Reynolds and Grayson and all the other opponents too.
And that's something that back in our days and even your days.
I cost my team. I popped up a bunt one time, cost our team. It happens. I was probably the best bunter on the team, and you can still mess it up.
Oh yeah.
And I've cost a team before. Pitch inside. That's a good pitch. Strike.
Good pitch. Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Brandon Alexander. Tyler Shoemaker, the designated hitter, on deck.
You really see Coach Mann back-to-back batters don't get the bunts down. Pitch in the dirt, blocked. One runs on first and second, 2-2.
That's Huff on second, and Towery on first.
No out still. Right?
No outs, 2 runs in.
There's a line drive to second. There's 1 out. Over to first for the second. Double play. Doubled off the runner. Hot shot. Hardest hit ball hit today, Danny. Ends up in a double play.
Yeah, Brandon tried to get it in that hole again, but between first and second, couldn't quite do it. So we still got 1 runner on base. That's Huff still on second.
So 1 runner now on for Post 100. 2 outs. So went from first and second to no outs to second and 2 outs. There's a drive deep left field foul out of play for Shoemaker.
Yeah, if that ball would have been just another foot or two to the left of that second baseman, we had another chance
for a run,
maybe.
Line drive, double play. Good play by the second baseman over there for Huntersville.
Yeah, second baseman Wayne Schaefer.
Pitch outside, ball 1.
Yeah, way outside. Pretty comfortable,
Great weather as far as temperature wise.
Not that humid right now.
No, it's not. Pop up shortstop Shoemaker. And it's dropped. And Huff throw over to third. I don't think he was running, Danny, because if he'd been running, he'd have scored on that.
Shortstop looked at the second baseman looked at the shortstop, and it just dropped. It's going to have to be an error.
Yeah, definitely going to have to be an error on someone.
I'm going to give it to the second baseman. And we got runners at first and third with Cameron High reaching on the field of short to his last at bat.
Was it the second baseman that tried to catch it? I couldn't tell.
Yeah, it was. You
know what the infield coach will say?
What's that?
It's the shortstop's fault. That's like you fuss at the center fielder when something goes wrong in the outfield. You got to fuss at the shortstop on a pop-up like that.
Well, let's just see if Post 100 can take advantage of that gift that was given to him.
First and third now. Ooh, that's a good pitch. Shoemaker goes early. They throw it over his head to play, and he's safe.
He's safe and the run scores.
Wow,
Wow.
what a play. Shoemaker did the early steal, hoping he would get the throw. The throw was high. And Shoemaker,
He would have.
that was the longest steal in the history of baseball, Danny.
What Shoemaker was doing was giving himself up.
Yeah, he was
For the
trying.
run.
Yeah, he was trying to give up the run so the run could get home before he got out. It didn't work. Pop up, well, it did work, but not the way they designed it. Right field. This should be it. Third out of the inning, 5-0. Post 100 leads. Go ahead, Danny.
Yeah, for Post 100 in the top of the second, 3 runs on 2 hits, 2 errors, and 1 runner left on base. Going to the bottom of the second, to Post 105, Huntersville 0.
We'll be right back.
Golf carts are the specialty at R&M Motors in Cherryville. No matter where you live, it's well worth the drive to R&M Motors in Cherryville for your custom-made golf carts. Prices start at only $18.50, and all carts come with a 30-day warranty. Come see the selection today. They're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, Saturdays 8:30 till 2. And be sure to check out R&M Pawn and Trade and R&M Motor Tire and Automotive Care, all located on the Dallas-Cherryville Highway, 1 mile outside of Cherryville. Call 704-445-0103.
Bruce isn't sure why he's out here, but this happens every time Aunt Betty and her allergies come to town, doesn't it, Bruce? But now, Train can help downtrodden animals like Bruce. A Train Clean Effect system removes up to 99.98% of the allergens from all the air that it heats or cools, so your owners will never choose Aunt Betty over you again. Let's go find your family a Train dealer.
Your Train Comfort Specialist is Roland Black Heated and Cooling. Call 704-865-1375. Roland Black Heated and Cooling.
It's hard to stop a train.
And welcome back to the ballpark. North Medic High School. Post 100 leads 5-0 after the top of the second inning. And that'll bring up the number 4 hitter for Huntersville Post 321.
That's the catcher, Carson McNamara, his first plate appearance tonight.
I'm going to let you read the names because between your handwriting and new names, I'm going to mess it up.
All right, that was a foul off to the right side by McNamara.
That ball ended up on the 40-yard line.
Yeah. Yeah, we're right adjacent to the football field. An old ballpark was down here back in the 80s, and that changed much.
I'm guessing that's Cherryville, but report from the studios that it's raining cats and dogs.
Oh, in Cherryville?
It rained cats and dogs and Krause today during the Krause July 4th parade, I'll tell you that.
Let's just hope it goes northeast. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I've been scared to pull up the radar. I didn't want to jinx it.
No, don't.
No, but it's great weather, actually, right now. The nice little cool breeze.
Got a little breeze now blowing.
2-2. Breaking ball. Popped up right field. That ball sailed a little bit further than I thought when he hit the bat.
That's Wilkinson making the catch. That'll bring up the right fielder for Huntersville, Justin Baker. So far, 4 up and 4 down for Heath King.
Pretty good recipe for victory tonight, 5-0, 4 up, 4 down. So it looks like everything is going dead north, and we may or may not catch a corner of it.
Okay. That's a good pitch. Called strike by Mr. Plate Umpire. We do not have the names.
That's a textbook corner fastball right there. Good pitch by King.
Another good pitch. Breaking ball.
0-2.
0-2, and Ethan Whitman on deck for Huntersville.
Hunters are down 1-0 in the series, 5-0 in this game.
Ball low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Game 3 tomorrow night at Fraley Field in Cherryville.
We'll be there. Don't know who yet. David Keever will be involved. Base hit back up the middle. First hit of the ball game. There goes the no-no, the perfect game, and all the other fun stuff that we can talk about baseball.
Got that out of the way now, right?
Yep. Runner on first now, 5-0. Post 100 leads over Huntersville. The way they hit last night, anything can happen.
Oh, absolutely. 14 or 15 hits. Let's see. 14 hits last night for Huntersville and 15 for Cherryville.
29 hits combined last night.
Left fielder Ethan Whitman up to the batter's box, a right-handed batter with Baker on first. Ball in the dirt, stopped by Hunter Jackson. Watched Hunter Jackson catch for high school and Legion, and he's been fantastic stopping the baseballs.
It's not about how big you are, Danny. It's about the skill.
That's right.
Tony Payne used to sit back here and pick balls with his leg out.
Yeah. Foul ball off to the right side.
Santiago sit on his knees.
Hello? Hello? Hey.
1-1, 1 out, 5-0. Bottom of the second, pickoff move to first, nothing going. Post 100 leads here. Tomorrow we'll be in Cherryville's Fraley Field. We'll have the broadcast again on WCSL 1590 AM and WCSL 1590am.com. So you Huntersville fans and parents and everything can watch online if you don't want to make the trip all the way up to Cherryville. I think we got some Huntersville fans watching tonight. Couldn't make it out to the ballpark.
Got an update from Gastonia. They are in a lightning delay at Sims Legion Park.
Swing and a miss. Breaking balls. Second out of the inning. Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, we've got a lightning delay at Sims Park. Gastonia, I think it's in the bottom of the 5th inning. Gastonia 1. Caldwell County 0.
Yeah, it looks like a little system's going right through Gastonia. I don't think it'll be too long. They might have a 20. Well, it's got to be 30 minutes for the Lightning.
There's a ball low to first baseman Brendan Gregilla, a left-handed batter.
Looks like the corner of that is going to brush us barely, so we might shoot the gap or we might get a
if we get in
5-minute. We're scared about this field, though.
Yeah.
This field is holding every bit of water it can.
Don't think it would take too much to...
It's not really holding water at all.
Not really.
As much as it's rained.
Yeah, Baker at first base. Got
two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs.
Yeah, 2 outs, and we're in the bottom of the 2nd.
Every river we passed coming up here was
overflowing.
Yeah.
Right.
In the trees. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Foul off out of play. They are losing a lot of baseballs today.
Yes, sure. I hope they got an extra box or 2.
Coaches hate these games, too, because they hate using those baseballs.
They're probably $5 balls, don't you reckon?
I think that aggravated Coach more than missing a bunt.
Yeah.
Curveball inside. Hunter Jackson set up about a foot outside.
Sure did.
And Heath King only missed by about 4 feet.
So we got a 3-2 count on Gregilla and Baker at first.
2 outs. He'll be going. He's not being held.
It's Cameron High at first base.
Big left-hander for 321. Another foul ball down the line. Alexander's going to give chase. Don't know if he's got room for it. No, he's going to get on out of here.
That's Dalton Towery in left field. Josh Beam in center. Wilkinson in right.
Who's in left?
Dalton Towery.
Okay.
We've got Caleb Nairn at second and Brett Huff at short.
Right side, base hit. Runner's going to hold at second. And the single's going to make it first and second now with 2 away. That'll bring up the pitcher.
Yeah, Hunter Dotson in the 8 hole for Huntersville. A left-handed batter. Pretty good-sized boy.
Well, everybody looks tall next to Hunter Jackson.
They sure do.
And that umpire ain't tall either because he's almost tall as Hunter.
Yeah, I think I heard thunder.
I did too. We heard a little thunder here. Curveball is hitting the left center field. Base hit. Coming up throwing is Towery. They're going to knock it down, and we're going to move base to base right now. If the bases are juiced now, 2 outs, and Huntersville's threatening.
Number 9 batter, second baseman Wayne Schaefer, coming up to bat. Jackson out to talk to King. Schaefer, the batter, is a left-handed batter. Got 2 outs in the inning.
2 down. 5-0. Post 100 leads over Huntersville. Post 321, and a rain cloud is coming, Danny.
I hear it. Mm-hmm.
Fastball inside. He thought about going. They're going to say he did.
Schaefer didn't like the call.
Well, he always didn't know whether to swing at it or get away from it or dodge it. Those are the tough ones. He fights that one off. Another one hit over there near. Like Stan Haynes almost made a play on that one. That fence wasn't in his way. He might have.
Schaefer batted a cleanup last night in Cherryville and went 2 for 5. He's in the 9 hole tonight.
Ground ball back to the pitcher. King's going to make the play to first, and that'll do it.
That'll do it for Huntersville in the bottom of the second. There were no runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 3 runners left on base.
We'll be right back.
Mention this radio ad and take $1 off each bag of Nutrina feed you purchase from St. Ace Hardware in Lincoln. Offer good for Nutrina River Run dog food, starting at $17.99 for a 50-pound bag. Also good on Nutrina Country Feeds layer pellets, starting at $13.49 for a 50-pound bag. And Nutrina Wrangler horse feed in pellet or sweet, starting at $8.99 for a 50-pound bag. And mention this radio ad and get $1 off each bag you purchase. St. Ace Hardware, Highway 150 West 27 intersection in Lincoln.
In the nation, they go by Guardian, Lifesaver, and Friend. At Nationwide Insurance, we just call them agents. We put members first because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation that cares.
Nationwide is on your side.
Your Nationwide insurance agent in Cherryville is Sandy Cunningham Nationwide Insurance, 1608 East Church Street. Call 704-445-1990.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio. Subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
All right, welcome back to North Bank High School. Kevin Hastings and Danny Akers. A little floater to the shortstop. Hunter Jackson couldn't get, just missed the barrel right there, I think, Danny.
He sure did. Hunter's is leading off the top of the third. Pop up to short, and that'll bring up the right fielder, Austin Wilkinson. Post 100 up 5-0 over Huntersville here early in the game. And Kevin's been looking at the radar over here and thinking maybe we might just skirt this storm coming out of Gaston County.
Well, it looks like we're going to catch the corner of the storm, but we don't know if it's going to rain, if it's going to rain on us, or if it's just going to be cloudy a little bit.
Ball high.
They're going to have to get the umbrellas out in a minute, maybe.
Yeah, 2 balls and no strikes to Wilkinson with Caleb Nairn on deck. Wilkinson flied out to center his last time up. Ball high, ball 3.
3 balls, no strikes, 1 out.
Dotson's already walked 3 batters in the game. Make it 4. He's walked 4.
He's got good speed and good movement on his fastball, Danny. I mean, that ball is moving. He's just having a problem locating it on the strike zone right now. 3-1.
Ball high, ball 4. So
high curveball, we're above the belt there.
Looked like a pretty decent pitch.
If that was a fastball, he'd have gave it to him.
Yeah.
Curveball coming across the belt like that. A lot of times you give that to the benefit to the batter.
Yeah, Caleb.
Coaches don't like seeing curveballs called high. Curveballs called high.
There's a ball inside to Caleb Nairn. Caleb batting in the 9th hole tonight. A base on balls and run scored in the 2nd inning.
I want to thank David Keever and also Richard Walker for letting us know about that Lincoln County game.
Yeah. 2-1 win by Lincoln County.
Lincoln County beat Henderson 2-1 today.
Yeah, they must have started 4 o'clock.
I guess he didn't tell me what time they started. He said they played early. Pitch inside. 2-1 to Nairn.
Josh Beam on deck. Post 100 winner last night, 11-8 in Cherryville. Ball in the dirt. 3 balls and 1 strike. Wilkinson on first base.
3-1. 1 out.
Right now, this is the only game in town.
Yes, it is.
Ball 4 to Nairn.
Talking to Josh earlier, I didn't know whether to bring my other computer and get the tweet and the scores out, but we're the only ball game in town. They got no other choice but to watch us.
That's right.
They can watch us online instead of tweet.
16 teams in this postseason, and of course that's 8 games.
Yep.
But we're the only one right now with Gastonia in a lightning delay.
And Gastonia was up in that game, right?
1-0 in the 5th. 1-0 over Caldwell.
Pitchers duel at Sims Legion Park tonight.
I believe Rumberg is pitching for Gastonia, and I don't know who it is for Caldwell.
And looking at the radar, Gastonia is going to get worse of it than we are. These storms usually don't just go straight north, but that's the way they've been moving today.
Ball 2 inside to Josh Beam. We got Wilkinson on second, Nairn at first base, no outs. Post 100. I'm sorry, 1 out. Yep, and post 100 up 5-0.
Lefty on lefty matchup to Nairn. Here's the pitch. Check swing. They're going to say went. Strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to Nairn. Yeah, Gastonia's getting pretty big cloud. I mean, it's going to be a guess whether that hits us or not.
That's the ball. Ball inside. 3 balls and a strike.
But we can't feel the wind picking up.
Yeah, it seems to be blowing from our left to right, maybe, which that's what we wanted to do, to go.
We want to go north, not northeast.
That's right.
Curveball will be ball 4. Bases juice now.
And that'll bring up Brett Huff for the shortstop with 1 out.
Ducks on the pond for the 2-hitter. He's already scored twice today. Both times Beam and Huff, Danny, they've scored.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. Here's another base on balls by Nairn in the 2nd that scored.
Nairn's touched 6 bases yet. He ain't batted yet.
No. That's right.
Here's the first pitch to Huff, called strike.
Right on the corner.
That wind picks up, it starts raining. Danny, that strike zone's going to start getting a little wider.
Yep.
He was pretty picky there in the first inning. Foul ball. Ooh, that didn't sound good.
That sound like it got
skin.
Got skin, but nobody's a rubbing.
No.
Now the flag's blowing a little bit in center field.
Yeah. It's barely moving. We're surrounded by trees out there. It's going to be
time call.
Unless it blows out to center, I don't think it's going to. If it blows north, that flag might not even move.
That's right.
Base is juiced. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out to Huff.
Ball high.
That's good. That's a really good job there, Danny, laying off that pitch from the lefty. You've just seen 2 breaking balls, and 0-2, and it starts out high. You're thinking that's breaking ball. He could have got caught looking if it was. Now, there's your breaking ball. Speaking of caught looking.
Sure did. A good pitch, too, Kevin.
Yeah, that was a great pitch. That's a backdoor curveball right there. That, not the toughest pitch as a right-hander. I always thought the backdoor changeup was tough from a lefty.
Yeah.
Because if it out of his hands, it doesn't look. It looks like it's just going to float outside and just drops there on the edge of the plate. There's a
There's
curveball.
another one. Beautiful pitch. If Dawson gets out of this inning without giving up a run, he's walked 3 batters.
That usually don't happen, does
No,
it?
it does not.
Walk 3 batters and get out with no run scored. Time called.
We're in the top of the 3rd. Post 100 up 5-0.
Alexander on deck. 3-hole batter now. There's back to the pitcher, and we're going to get out of here, Danny, unless
Sure.
something happens. And out of first, and that'll do it.
That'll do it. In the top of the 3rd for Cherryville, no runs, no hits, no errors. 3 runners left on base.
We'll be right back on WCSL 1590 AM.
Since 1900, the Stamey Funeral Home in Fallston has been serving the families of our area with the finest in funeral service. In 1998, the Tysinger family began to serve the families of the Cherryville community, and today are a proud member of that community, providing services with dignity and respect. Caring for your family like our own, that's their slogan. Come talk with manager Pete Kraft about the services they provide at the Stamey Cherryville Funeral Home, 405 North Dixie Street in Cherryville. The Car Store in Cherryville is your source for auto sales and service. Stop by and see the Jenkins boys for the best deals around on pre-owned vehicles. And now you can buy used tires for only $25 each. Or mention this radio ad or clip out the What's Up Shopper ad and save $5. Plus, they do inspections and get your oil changed for only $25, including 5 quarts of oil. Let them earn your business. The Car Store, Highway 150 East in Cherryville. Call 704-435-1988. Trailers for everything, and we mean it, at TRT Trailer Sales in Lincoln and 3302 Gastonia Highway. Trailers for hauling livestock, motorcycles, and cars. You'll find dump trailers, utility, and landscaping trailers. You'll find racing trailers with finished interiors, plus the tag-along and gooseneck trailers, insulated trailers with tack compartments and 110 packages. Call toll-free at 1-877-279-7465 or visit the website, trttrailersales.com.
Center fielder Will Champion up to bat, popped up to right in the first inning.
Here's the first pitch, outside ball 1.
Saw lightning straight ahead in center field and off in the distance. Talked to Richard Walker, and looks to me, according to what Richard said, that looks like the game in Gastonia between Gastonia and Caldwell is a suspended game.
I would say so. Looking at, like I just said, Danny, looking at that radar, I mean, you can see Gastonia is getting every bit of that whole corner, and we're way out here on the right edge of that. So if it keeps going straight north, we may catch a raindrop or two, but we don't know how many raindrops this field will hold. It might be 3 or 4 before it's over with.
That's right.
Pitch inside. Good job of hitting, fighting it off to right field, but it's going to be caught in right field.
It's a line shot to Wilkinson in right. And that will bring up third baseman Jeffrey Williamson. That game at Sims Park in a suspended game is 1-0 game in the bottom of the field to Gastonia.
1-0 bottom 5 suspended. They'll pick that up tomorrow in Caldwell. Is that how they'll do that?
That's what Richard is thinking. He didn't come right out and say that, but that's what he's thinking.
Well, if this one gets rained out, we're supposed to pick it up in Cherryville tomorrow. Foul popped up. Actually, might have some room over here, and they can't quite get to it.
And, I was just watching Cameron try to catch that ball, and his footing was not good at all.
No, he wasn't moving fast.
I'm thinking he might have had a chance to catch that ball if, he could have got some good footing. 0-1 count to the number 2 batter, Jeffrey Williamson.
I mean, that was a long way to run, but when you looked up, you thought he'd have been moving faster. A lot of mud out there and real wet, you never know.
Everybody in the postseason, all these 8 games, everybody's trying to do their best to get them in, but...
Base hit, left field between the shortstop and third baseman. There's another CNI single.
Yes, it was. That's the 4th hit of the game for Huntersville. I'll bring up the shortstop, Kurt Stabaseski.
Well, the difference between Huntersville and Cherryville right now, Danny's got to be the walks.
Yeah. Cherryville was lucky. Huntersville lucky that Cherryville scored runs in the last inning with 3 base on balls.
Right, 3 walks and no runs. And then it don't happen much. Pickoff move to first, no go. High over at first.
So each team with 4 hits on the night, but Cherryville with
So
5 runs.
5-0, yeah. 5-0 on same number of hits. There's the 5th hit for Huntersville. And it'll be runners first and second, 1 out, 5-0. Post 100 leads.
Yeah, a little hit by Stapashevsky over the second baseman's head. And that'll bring up the catcher, Carson McNamara. Carson flied out to right field in the second inning. A decent crowd here. Nothing like I'd expected because of the weather. Ball high. I'd like to give a shout out to Ronnie Whitaker. Ronnie Whitaker, a good friend of mine, and was on the 1953 Post 100 Legion team that played in the World Series in Miami.
60 years ago.
60 years ago. Also, a shout out to our music lady, Judy Aker. I know she's listening in. And appreciate that. 1 ball, 1 strike to McNamara, the catcher.
1 out, first and second. Infield fly rule is on. That's my umpire. I always say that. that's there's more people that don't know that rule than you think.
I'm sure.
Right field. On his horse, but that's way foul.
Yeah, Wilkinson gave it a shot, but I believe it went over the.
Yeah, it went over the fence and everything out there in the. I guess that used to be a bullpen, but there's about 10 inches of grass out there now.
Probably some copperheads too out there.
Well, I know there's at least one diamond out there. Don't think it's a diamondback. It's diamond baseball over there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Breaking ball in the dirt, 2-2 now.
Got Williamson on second and Stapashevsky on first for Huntersville, trying to get a run across here in the bottom of the third. 2-2 count.
Breaking ball, another, going to be close. Diving for Beam, goes for it, makes the catch. What a play, Josh Beam.
He did make the catch. Wow.
What a play by the Beamer. He gave a little fist pump. He was pumped by that one, Daddy. I thought that was down.
I did too. He has made some great plays in center field this year for Post 100. So that'll, with 2 outs, that'll bring up the right fielder, Justin Baker. He got the first hit of the game for Huntersville. Runners on first and second.
He's probably soaking wet right now.
I guarantee you.
Curveball, swing and miss, strike 1.
Well, Josh was the one that told us back here that how bad it was.
Yeah.
Wasn't that Josh?
Yeah.
Talking to us pregame.
He sat back here for a little bit for pregame. He watched our stuff while we ate hamburgers.
He seemed to be really concerned about the field back out there.
Yeah.
He really did.
It's going to roll back here to Jackson. You see him come right back to us.
Yep. Haven't got by. Well, it's a wild pitch.
Slipped.
Yep.
Squirted by him.
So we got runners on second and third with 2 outs.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Post 100 leads 5-0. It can either be 5-2 after 1 swing or 5-0. We'll see.
Let's just get a pop up or a ground ball and go to the top of the 4th.
That's what we'd want for Post 100. Here's the pitch outside.
Good pitch. He called it on the corner.
Gave him the corner.
Sure did.
I'm looking right down the outside of the plate, so I can tell if the ball either is on the corner or if it's just a little bit off. And I kind of said that a little early.
I'm going to move over and get away from this pole. That looked like that was off the plate there for a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Baker.
Next time, Danny, we'll just make sure we scoot over about 3 more feet.
We're good. We're good.
And we wouldn't be able to see Alexander over at third. Runners, second, third. 2 outs. Pitch, swing and a miss. He's going to run to first. Jackson looks for it. Gets it away, and he's out.
He's out. So that'll end the inning for Huntersville. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. After 3 complete, Post 105, Huntersville 0.
$500 off. $500 off any Big Dog X Series mower from West End Sales in Vail. Bring in the ad from this week's What's Up Shopper and take $500 off any Big Dog X Series mower. These mowers feature a big 26 horsepower Kawasaki engine and a big 52-inch cut. But that's not all. Bring in the same ad in the What's Up Shopper and take $50 off any Cub Cadet tiller in stock or any Land Pride mower in stock. Only from West End Sales, 110 Highway 18 North at the Highway 27 intersection in Vail.
We're back online, Danny. We'll go ahead and talk fly ball center field. First batter of the inning, Brandon Alexander. That's out number one.
That'll bring up
Tyler Shoemaker.
Designated hitter Tyler Shoemaker. Tyler singled in the first with RBI and reached on the error in the second inning.
Back on the radio, Brandon Alexander just flew out to center field. The first out of the inning, Shoemaker, he hits it to center field. Back goes the center fielder. And there's two pitches. Was it first pitch, two?
It was first pitch.
Two pitches, two fly balls to center field.
So that was quick. Cameron High is up to the plate. Cameron reached in the first on a fielder's choice and flied out to right field in the second. And you couldn't have had two quicker outs than them two. I just hope Cameron doesn't end this inning right quick.
5-0 on the Mr. Sparky House Drug TRT scoreboard. Don't forget, thank all of our sponsors. Give them a call. Go by, buy something from them. Tell them thank you. If it wasn't for them, me and Danny wouldn't be sitting out here hoping it don't rain.
That's right. That's right. And what for our sponsors, I mean, this would not be possible. And we thank you.
Curveball outside.
You know, speaking of other sponsors, they just continue doing a great job each and every year, especially when playoff time comes.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's a ball outside. 3 balls, 1 strike on Cameron High.
Folks, we'll be releasing our football schedules here very shortly.
I cannot believe it.
It's
just right around the corner.
Yeah, it's 2 months away.
Yeah.
Ground ball back to the pitcher. 1, 2, 3. Cherryville's going to go down in order, and that'll do it here in the top of the 4th inning.
And no runs and no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. So Post Warner still leads 5-0 going to the bottom of the 4th.
Mr. Sparky, we're on time, you'll see. Mr. Sparky, or your repair is free.
Most people are not expecting an electrician to be in their home. They wait and call us when the power's out, something's smoking, or something's not working.
That's Rusty Wise of Mr. Sparky, America's on-time electrician. And Rusty, I've got this new widescreen TV. Can you guys help me with this?
Yes, we can actually mount the TV, install the mount, install the HDMI cables, the low voltage cables, and install the 120-volt outlet that it needs instead of that 6-foot drop cord you ran.
And now surge protectors. Yours aren't the kind I see in the big box stores, are they?
Yes, there's whole panel surge protections that we hardwire in, have a lifetime warranty.
Mr. Sparky, locally owned, people you can trust. They background and drug test every employee.
Call Mr. Sparky if you have any electrical needs. If you're sitting in the dark, something's smoking, or something's not working, give us a call.
They can do it all. Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Carolina Care Center strives to provide quality care and promote an excellent quality of life. They now offer Carolina Care Cottages. All Carolina Care services are now available to cottage residents on an outpatient basis. Cottage residents have priority to beds if need at Carolina Care Center. The 2-bedroom cottages are fully equipped. Reserve your new home today by calling 704-435-4161. Carolina Care, offering a standard of excellence. Let their family take care of your family today at Carolina Care Center.
To the bottom of the 4th for Huntersville, and that'll bring up the left fielder, Ethan Whitman. Ethan struck out swinging in the second inning, and moving right along. The weather's cooperating right now, and we're in the bottom of the fourth. There's the first pitch by Heath King.
I think Danny gave me a cookie, so I'd eat it, and I couldn't talk for a minute.
I got another one here. You want to say?
No, I'm good.
Heath King's doing a great job tonight, Kevin.
Yes, he is.
Coming into tonight, he had 3 wins and no losses. Right-handed pitcher. Played baseball down at Belmont Abbey back in the spring. Finishing his final year of eligibility for Post 100, as Tyler Shoemaker is also. Tyler played down at Wingate.
Now, how many seniors will actually be back next year?
You know, that's a good question. I'm going to check on that maybe tomorrow or over the weekend if I can get a chance.
I don't know the birthday situation.
I don't. I don't either. But I've got pitcher to first base for out one for Huntersville. That'll bring up the first baseman, Brandon Gragilla.
I think Garajola.
Kevin, here's Post 100's roster.
1, 2, 3, 4. 5 seniors. First pitch, called strike one. That's a beautiful pitch. He wanted. He probably mad himself, ain't he?
Right on the corner too.
Braun at West Lincoln, Beam at Burns, Goins at North Gaston, Huff at West Lincoln, and Cameron High at West Lincoln.
And you know, like you said, it depends on their birthday whether they're eligible. And next year will be the final year that college players will be.
Is that going to be the rule that college players, or is the age still the same, and they can't play college ball?
Yeah, they can't come back from a year of college and play.
But the age will stay the same?
I think the age will stay the same.
You just can't be a college baseball player.
One ball and 2 strikes.
They make too many rules. They're going to run a lot of these baseball players out of
They sure are.
Into different leagues. Ground ball shortstop. Huff makes the play. Should be no problem. Got him at first. 2 outs. Well, Post 100 already suffers a little bit of that, Danny, with a couple players not playing summer ball this year.
That's right, yeah.
Or not playing Post 100 ball. They're playing travel ball.
Pitcher Hunter Dotson up for Huntersville. Yeah, there was 2 or 3 players that we thought were going to play for Post 100 this summer, but chose to play the travel ball.
Cherryville leads 5-0.
Foul ball.
We're in the bottom of the 4th right now, 2 outs. And the pitcher's up now for
I'm going to have Kevin check his radar here in a few minutes and see where we stand. Looking to your right. Looking to your right there. Is that what's going north?
Yeah, it's all going north. That's the edge that's going to be that we're going to be worried about, I guess. That's the direction.
Breaking ball a little bit high.
Derek Braun does not have the extra year, according to Legion B coach Jason Saint.
Okay. Jason's listening up, huh?
Oh, yeah, July 4th. They're having a big party up there at Saintown. He's the hot dog master tonight, or the firework. He's some type of master. Hot dogs, fireworks.
And Jason, if you will, if you're still listening, let us know about the junior schedule. We got quite a few people listening that is interested in when the juniors will start and where.
Curveball up the middle. Huff ain't going to get to it. Base hit for Huntersville.
That's the 6th base hit of the night for Huntersville with 2 outs. That'll bring up the number 9 batter in the lineup, second baseman Wayne Schaefer. Wayne grounded out pitcher to first, his last time up.
We'll say hello to Mr. Martin. He was watching the other night during the Shelby game, tweeting along with us.
Former Post 100 player.
Yep, I don't have my Twitter machine with me today, which means my other computer's in the car. And so I can't keep up with all of our mentions and questions tonight. I'm doing the best I can. If you want to ask us a question or give us a comment, just hashtag that's what's up or comment on @whatsupshopper, and I'll try to get to you while the game's going on. Off the pitcher's glove, and nothing's going to happen. Infield hit, back-to-back singles for Huntersville.
Yeah, off the glove of the pitcher King, and to the right side of shortstop, and we'll have to pencil in a base hit.
Sometimes as a shortstop, Danny, you get mad at your pitcher. You know, he's trying to field his position.
Yeah.
You want your pitcher to do it, but every now and then that right there happens. Because all Huff would have had to do was grab the ball and tag the bag, and he'd have been out of here.
That's right.
Now we got runners first and second with 2 outs. 5-0, Postal Hunter leads, and time's called.
And that ball must be
a little wet.
Well, it's even wetter now. It hit the ground. Anyhow, we're back to the top of the lineup for Huntersville. Center fielder Will Champion, the batter. Will's been to the bat twice and flied out to Wilkinson in right field.
Yeah, Jason's the fireworks master. I think he's the fireworks master tonight up on Saintown Road, big July 4th. Yeah, that's why he couldn't be here tonight. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, I had told somebody that Jason would be here with the team, but I forgot about the big happening at Cat Square.
July 4th in Western Lincoln County. That's the biggest day of the year.
Well, the day was a big year in Krause, too, wasn't
That's what I'm talking about. Western as west as it goes. I could spit in Gaston County. I know I can hit a 7-iron to Gaston County.
There's a ball low to Champion, 1-1 to count with runners on first and second and 2 outs, and we're in the bottom of the fourth. And
Danny, if I hit it right, I could outdrive Shooter McGavin with a 7-iron because I can hit it down the highway.
Yeah, you could. Are you that good?
We got to hit the highway first.
Breaking ball to Champion, well off the plate, and that'll run the count to 2 balls and 1 strike.
Well, last time I played, I shot 3 over at Crowder's Mountain. And you think you're all proud and stuff, and you see in the paper the week before the Forest View kid shot 66.
Is your daddy any count?
Yeah, he used to be until he hurt his arm.
Yeah, there's ball 3 to Champion, 3 balls and 1 strike.
He got tennis elbow announcing ball games, and now he's not been playing as much. 3-1, 2 outs, 5-0. Postal Hunter leads.
Good pitch.
Yeah, it's a strike 2. Come on, back to the box.
Oh, he's halfway up the line. That's Champion. He's coming back, and he's going to pick up. That's a pretty good pitch. I thought it was a strike.
I thought it was right there.
Yeah,
good.
I did too. Yeah,
the fans here are mad. Of course they are. I mean, they're battered through it, through the bat, and took off towards first.
And let's see what Heath Keen's going to offer him here with the 3-2 pitch and the runners.
What batter is this in the lineup?
This is number 1 batter. No, number 1 in the lineup.
He's really wanting that walk.
Yeah.
That's a high.
Ball high. Ball 4, bases loaded. For Williamson. Williamson singled his last time up.
Number 2 hitter in the lineup. Huntersville looked threatening right here, right now.
Yeah, Huntersville's already left 5 runners on base in 3 innings, and let's just hope that
Cherryville, hope they leave 8.
Let's hope that we leave 3 more on here, Kevin.
Cherryville could possibly. They can get it out here. Ball in the dirt.
Ball in the dirt. Good block by Hunter Jackson.
Good job trusting your pitcher.
We're going to have a time.
We're going to take a quick break right here. We'll be back in 30 seconds. 30 seconds on WCSL 1590 AM.
Saying you can't keep a good man down now applies to Brookwood Cafe and Catering. The new Brookwood Cafe and Catering is located on Providence Mill Road in Maiden, featuring the same great food and service you remember. The world's greatest fried chicken and world-famous penny browns once again satisfy your appetite. Brookwood Cafe and Catering is serving the same great breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Brookwood Cafe and Catering on Providence Mill Road in Maiden. Stop by before the game or call ahead for your tailgate items, 828-428-8944.
And welcome back to the game online. We're back on the radio now and online.
Coach
WCSL 1590 AM. Coach Reynolds come out, Danny.
Yeah, he spent a couple minutes with the entire infield and King.
Probably told him he's tired of watching this inning.
You think so?
You guys want to hurry and get it out. It wouldn't hurt my feelings. That's what I'd have said.
Yeah, no runs as yet scored by Huntersville. And we're just hoping that Heath can get through this inning. There's a strike call on the right corner of the plate. And
And the batter takes a walk on that.
He sure does.
Umpires don't like that. I bet this next one, if it's within the zip code, it's a strike.
Yeah. Huntersville fans over here to our right didn't like the call, but it looked like a pretty good pitch.
Curveball, golf left field. That's going to be one run, maybe two. Here comes the throw to the plate to Jackson.
He'll be out.
And he makes the tag out at the plate. One run scored.
That's a great throw by Dalton Towery from left field to the catcher. And not only in the inning, Huntersville with one run on 3 hits and no errors and 2 runners left on base. And after 4 complete innings of play, Cherryville 5, Huntersville 1.
It's time to jump in. Jump in and cool off with a dip in your backyard pool. To help keep your pool sparkling clean all summer long, see Carolina Hardware Garden and Pool Center on the Reedfield Road in Lincoln. They carry a full line of BioGuard products. Plus, they'll analyze your water to make sure you get the right blend of BioGuard. And keep your yard looking great with the new Husqvarna Zero Turn, tractor, push mower, or trimmer. Carolina Hardware and Garden Center on the Reedfield Road in Lincoln. Carolina Heating and Cooling in Cherryville has been in business for over 90 years with over 4 generations of contractor experience. Carolina Heating and Cooling specializes in sales, service, and installation of heating and cooling products. They offer annual maintenance agreements and service all brands of equipment. Carolina Heating and Cooling, 1313 West Church Street in Cherryville in the old Ford Motor Company building. Owned and operated by Keith and Brian Long. Call 704-435-4433.
Hunter Jackson out at first base.
One down here in the top of the 5th.
That'll bring up the right fielder, Austin Wilkinson. Austin plowed out to center in the first and reached on base on balls in the 3rd inning. And here we are in the 5th inning. And Kevin's checking
Twitter, checking scores, checking radar. I'm checking everything right now.
All right.
Trying to figure out what's going on.
Pitcher Dotson still on the mound, and pretty good pitch there, but called a ball to Wilkinson. And the pitch from Dotson. Ball 2, low in the dirt. Dotson has walked. He's walked 7, and 4 of his 7 walks have scored.
Kings Mountain fireworks have been postponed tonight. The Saintown fireworks have been postponed tonight.
3-0 count to Wilkinson as he steps out. And he's back in the box. And the pitch from Dotson. Ball in the dirt. Ball 4.
Ball 4. Now I have runner on first, 1 out. No news on the Junior Legion playoffs, Danny. They'll start Monday.
Okay.
The 8th. Opponent to be announced. Saintown fireworks called on due to inclement weather. They're looking to make up the Saintown fireworks tomorrow night, and they hope to rival the display that interrupted last night's post 100 game.
Wow. We'll talk about that in a little bit. In the batter's box is the left-handed batter.
Has Fraleyfield ever had? Sorry, go ahead.
Second baseman Caleb Nair in the batter, and that'll be a call, strike 1.
Has post 100 ever had a fireworks smoke delay?
Actually, we've had fireworks many times with the smoke, but never a delay like that.
Never blew directly on the field.
Well, it did, but never that bad.
Okay.
No.
I wasn't there last night. Danny and Josh were.
There's a swing.
He did not mean to get in his way.
And Wilkinson down to...
Oh, we're about to have a big argument here, folks. He did not interfere with him on purpose. He was backing out, didn't know where the ball was.
And he called...
Catcher runner, he called interference on the batter. And that, Danny, that was not interference.
And he's going to send Wilkinson back to first base.
Yeah.
And call Nairn out. And Coach Reynolds is...
The ball bounced away behind the batter. Alexander took... Or who was batting? Nairn took 2 steps backwards out of the box. He never looked back. He never looked anywhere else. He was looking towards the field at his runner running.
Yep.
He didn't know where the catcher was. The ball ended up between Nairn's feet.
That's a bad call.
I ain't gonna say terrible. It's a bad call.
Bad call.
He picks the ball up between the batter's feet and throws it, and he runs into the batter throwing it. And the umpire behind the plate called interference.
Here comes the field umpire out to talk to the home plate umpire and wonder what this is about.
Well, they're going to try to figure out what to do with the runner on first is the only reason they'd be talking, because he's already talked to Coach Reynolds about the interference, which was... I mean, I'm just going to go short of saying it was terrible, but it wasn't a good call.
Hello?
Usually with the interference call, you kind of want to see some type of...
5-1.
Like he really meant to get in his way. He was way out of the batter's box. There was no batter's box here. He just took 2 steps back.
No rain. I don't see
the ball ended up between his feet. So now they're going to call high back. They're going to move the runner back.
Okay. All right.
Now Huntersville coach is going to come out, and in the meantime, I think I just saw some lightning.
All right.
So it's getting a little weird out here, and we're going to figure out what's going on. High's going to come. I mean, Nairn's going to come back.
They've changed the call, Kevin.
They're going to call the runner out and not the batter. So the runner's out trying to steal second on the interference call. Batter stays in the box, and that's going to be the call they're going to go with.
Okay. So we've got...
And I'll umpire, and I'm... That's a tough call to make.
That's a tough call. Anyhow, Caleb Nairn's back in the box with 2 outs, and here comes the coach for Huntersville back. He's checking the count. I believe it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
And pitcher's trying to figure out what the count is and how many outs.
Well, I've got 2 outs.
They're trying to figure out if Nairn swung. I would imagine on that play too.
Okay, I don't have that.
So we don't know if he swung or not. But they both umpires said 1-1.
1-1 with 2 outs.
So either they updated it or they both didn't update it. So got 1-1, 2 outs. And if we had some Monty Python music, we'd play it. First pitch outside.
So what we had Wilkinson on first. We had an interference call by Nairn, the batter, and of course Wilkinson went to second, was safe, but they called him out because of interference.
Put it this way, Danny, if Coach Reynolds was watching exactly what happened at the plate and not looking at, I bet he was looking at his runner, or he would still be out there talking to the umpire.
I think so.
What me and Danny saw was not interference, but we'll let the call goes. Nothing we can do about it. 1-2 count. We don't have a challenge flag.
No, we don't. There's a pitch inside to Nairn. We'll run the count to 2-2. 2 outs. Top of the 5th. Cherryville 5, Huntersville 1.
Ground ball. Little tapper. Pitcher hits the runner on the play. Safe at first.
Sure will.
That'll bring up the Beamer.
That'll bring up top of the lineup, center fielder Josh Beam.
Who's got to be soaking wet right now after that wonderful dive and play out in center last inning.
Yeah, he's got to be wet.
It'll take time on the field, switch some baseballs out. 2 outs, 5-1. Post 100 leads here. Top of the 5th inning.
Josh Beam is batted 3 times, and he's officially 0 for 0.
He's seen 9 bases and hasn't batted yet.
Yeah.
Hey, gets a bat on the ball here. Ground ball first. First baseman rounds it up, and that'll be it.
That'll be the end of the top of the 5th for Post 100. No runs and no hits, 1 error, 1 runner left on base.
We'll be right back.
The Big Splash Sales Event is underway at Our Lane Motorsports in Lincoln. It's time to come in and cool off this summer with a new Kawasaki Jet Ski Watercraft. Brand new models start at only $89.99. Come on in for all the details. You'll find one that's just right for you for your summertime fun. Ask about great rebates and low financing now available. Plus, they have golf carts too. Don't miss the big splash sales event going on now at Al Lane Motorsports, Highway 27 east of Shelby at the Highway 73 intersection.
There you go, Ann. Your new account is now open. Just one more little thing. Here's your card.
What was that? It's my new bank. Every time I turn around, I get hit with another fee.
You need to get an account at Carolina Federal Credit Union.
She's right.
Tired of getting hit by bank fees? Switch to Carolina Federal Credit Union today. Make those pains go away.
Here's your receipt.
What are some of the greatest moments in sports? For me, I think of the basketball games in my uncle's driveway when I was a kid. He wasn't just my uncle, he was a friend. When he died, his funeral allowed me to share what he meant to me. It was a meaningful funeral for a life worth celebrating. As a member of the National Funeral Directors Association, the staff at Carpenter's Funeral Home understand the importance of creating a meaningful funeral service for a life worth celebrating. For more information, call Carpenter's Funeral Home at 704-435-6711. Carpenter's Funeral Home, excellence in cremation and funeral services.
Shane Calloway invites you to see Cherryville Printables for your sports embroidery, screen printing, and promotional items. Plus, if you're a member of a sports team, the new Cherryville Printables sells uniforms and sporting good apparel, including the New Era and Flex Fit hats. Plus name brand apparel, including Nike, Augusta, Holloway, Ashworth, Adidas, Carhartt, and Dry Duck. And they can personalize any item. And be sure to ask them about their special fundraising pricing. See their products in Medical Center Pharmacy or call 704-200-3741. That's Shane Calloway and Cherryville Printables, 704-200-3741.
That ball dropped off the table.
It sure did.
That's a nasty change.
King's doing a good job tonight. Did get in a little trouble there in last inning. Going to appeal, called ball, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
2-2 count, no outs. Post 100 leads 5-1. First of all, the Kings Mountain, I'm going to give you an updated second. Ground ball back to the pitcher, play at first. And that'll be the first out of the inning. Kings Mountain Fireworks were originally their Twitter account said they were canceled. Now the mayor is saying no, they're on. So we have a slight change in the Kings Mountain Fireworks. So they're saying at 9:07, the mayor of Kings Mountain just said the fireworks are still on.
All right. McNamara, the catcher, up to the plate for Huntersville. Foul ball to the right side. I don't think Wilkinson's going to have a chance. No, he took a slide and going to retrieve the ball. McNamara flied out to right field and flying out to center. His 2 plate appearances, he's 0 for 2. And that ball is being thrown into the dugout, and it's probably going to have to be toweled down.
Put that thing in the dryer.
Good
Breaking
pitch.
ball.
Wow.
Inside corner.
Heat King's got that breaking ball down to science.
It's a 11-7 curveball, if that kind of describes maybe how it stays real low. It's not a big hook. It's not a sideways like a slider.
He threw that in the dirt, kind of a waste pitch there.
Yep.
1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 out in the inning. Bottom of the 5th. Cherryville Post 100 winner last night at Freyfield Cherryville, 11-8. Lead in the series 1-0, and this is a best of 5. Back to Cherryville tomorrow night for Game 3, 7 o'clock. Look forward to seeing you there tomorrow night.
Foul ball in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Well, not parking lot. Over there is a football field. I'd say there's your John Brown Allstate foul ball.
Yeah.
But that one might have cracked a helmet before it would have caught. Our car's on the other side.
You know, them football players are working out on their own. I would take it right now.
Ground ball back to the pitcher, fumbles it, comes up throwing. And that'll be the second out of the inning. 2 down now here in the bottom of the 5th.
That'll bring up the right fielder, Justin Baker. Baker 1 for 2 with a single. right-handed batter. High at first, Nairn at second, Huff at short, Alexander at third, Tyree in left, Beam in center, Wilkinson in right, Hunter Jackson behind the plate. He's king pitcher.
Here's the first pitch. Called strike one.
Slow breaking ball on. What's he come with now, Kevin?
Got
to come with
I throw fastball inside corner, but they're going outside corner fastball. I'd just assume if you're going to look at my curveball, you're going to look at that fastball in the inside corner.
Right.
You go hit it. 5-1, Post 100 leads.
Ball in the dirt. Last night's pitchers for Post 100, Brendan Alexander went 5 1/3, and Josh Beam in relief went 3 2/3. Both pitchers giving up 8 runs and 14 hits.
Foul ball. That's going to be off the football press box. 5-1, Post 100 leads. Milton Baker at the beach tonight. I'm sending him texts, and he couldn't find an internet cafe.
Actually, it's been raining down there. How about that?
He ain't went outside. He don't know. Swing and miss in the dirt. He's going to have to run to first. Another play at first for Jackson. Yeah, that'll do it here in the inning.
Yeah, they're 3 up and 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. And we've completed 5 innings of play here at North Meck. That's Cherryville Post 100 5, Huntersville 1.
Community minded, just like you. Community minded, that's for sure it's true.
You care about the future of this community. You grew up here. You've raised a family here. Your life is here. So is ours.
Carolina Trust Bank. Member FDIC.
Community minded, just like you.
Cherryville Self-Storage is your complete storage center. They have units from 5x5 up to 10x30. They also sell moving supplies such as locks, slips, covers, rope, and more. Cherryville Self-Storage is the first storage facility in Cherryville and also has the newest units in town. They're also the only storage facility in the surrounding area with climate-controlled units. All storage units have 24-hour access and have paved lots for your convenience. Units are also monitored by security cameras as well as treated monthly for pest control. Office and units are located at the corner of Elm and Main Street, 300 Main Street at Suite A in Cherryville. Call the office at 704-435-4909 or come by and see Phyllis, Carolyn, and Larry today.
Wow.
And welcome back to Post 100 Baseball on the internet right now. We'll be back on radio in just a second. As it's no balls, 2 strikes to Huff. Start the top of the 6th. Fastball high. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Huff. Curveball high.
Brett officially 1 for 2 tonight, RBI, and 2 runs scored. Brett's having a really, really good series for Post 100.
2 ball, full count now to Huff.
And we're in the top of the 6th. Strike 3, ball gets by the catcher. Huff is going to be...
Oh, he's just got him out by a step.
He did throw him out.
Good throw by the catcher. Got him at first. Didn't think he was going to get him, did we, Dan?
No, I did not. I thought Brett had that beat out.
Yeah, that was very, very close, but catcher got him, definitely got him.
Here we got Dalton Towery up at the plate. Dalton making a fantastic play from left field to nail the runner coming around third. And Hunter Jackson made the tag, and we've got some equipment problems by the catcher. Time call. Dalton officially 1 for 3 tonight. Does have 1 RBI. We're 5-1 here at North Beck High School. Cherryville leading in the top of the 6th.
Here's the first pitch. And low for ball one. Spencer Martin back on Twitter tonight saying hello to us, Danny. Had some fun facts. Says watching this game bring back memory 3 years ago when Drew hit a go-ahead homer against Huntersville in Game 3.
Sure did.
Huntersville was 17-2 coming into that. Ground ball third base. Third baseman comes up, makes the play over to first, and got him by a step.
Got him by one step.
2 outs now.
You know, I was just looking, Kevin. Cherryville's not had a base hit since the second inning.
Once Dawson found the strike zone, he got a little tougher there. First couple innings, walks killed it. We've been talking about it all night. The difference in this game is the walks. The hits are right at the same. If not, Huntersville, I think, might have more.
They do. 8-4. Out hit post 100 8-4. Ball high to Brandon Alexander. Brandon 1 for 3.
Post 100 out hit 8-4 right now, but lead 5-1.
Yeah.
So that tells you anything about what walks will do for you. We talked about it earlier. Don't matter who's in your infield, you can't defend a walk.
That's right. 2-0 count to Alexander. Ball 3, outside. So Dotson has lost it again a little bit to Alexander.
Yeah.
Dotson, a left-handed pitcher.
Breaking ball high. He hadn't given that call all night. Decided he liked that one there, Danny.
Sure did.
That one hadn't been called all night. Had to talk about that earlier. See the Charlotte Bobcats' new acquisition today?
Today? No.
They got him a center.
Who they got now?
Can't say that I don't like it. Al Jefferson. From the Utah Jazz averaged 18 and 9. I don't think the Bobcats, since they've had the Bobcats, have had a big man average 18 and 9 yet.
Does it say how tall he is?
He's I think he might be 6'10", 6'11", it's right near 7 foot.
Ball 4 in the dirt.
Might even be 7 foot. See, he was originally on the Celtics, and he was in the Kevin Garnett trade 4 or 5 years ago. A lot of Celtic fans were upset about that.
Are you still shocked at the new coach for the Celtics?
Oh, I heard Brad Stevens from Butler today.
Yeah, that's right.
Big time.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Well, anyhow, we're here in the top of the 6th. 2 outs, and Alexander on first. Tyler Shoemaker, the batter. Ball in the dirt again, and there goes Alexander, and we'll reach second base on the wild pitch.
Nothing going there for.
So Shoemaker could get one to the outfield. We might be able to play to run because 4-run lead is not that much in American Legion baseball.
Jefferson 6'10", 290.
Wow.
Big boy.
Big kid.
But there's a drive left field, though. It's right at the left fielder, and that'll do it. Here at the top of the 6th.
No runs, no hits, no errors here in the top of the 6th for post 100. 1 runner left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Post 105, Huntersville 1.
Got a building project in the near future? Then see Don or Tracy Lyles at College Building Supplies in Dallas, right across from Gaston College. You'll find material for treated decks, storage buildings, and even galvanized metal. Save too on roof cement and cement blocks. College Building Supply in Dallas has vinyl windows in all sizes as low as $69. Get quotes on kitchen cabinets, shingles, exterior siding, and even dog houses. College Building Supplies, Highway 321 in Dallas, across from Gaston College. Open Monday through Saturday.
Your full-service service center for your automobile is Rick's Automotive on East Main Street in Cherryville. They do it all at Rick's Automotive. Rick Walker and his staff is dedicated at providing you the best in automotive care. From an oil change to a tune-up, from a tire alignment to a full set of new tires, from heaters to air conditioners, you can get it done at Rick's Automotive. Open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5:30. Rick's Automotive, 1001 East Main Street in Cherryville. Call 435-3801. Golf carts are the specialty at R&M Motors in Cherryville. No matter where you live, it's well worth the drive to R&M Motors in Cherryville for your custom-made golf carts. Prices start at only $18.50, and all carts come with a 30-day warranty. Come see the selection today. They're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, Saturdays 8:30 till 2. And be sure to check out R&M Pawn and Trade and R&M Motor Tire and Automotive Care, all located on the Dallas-Cherryville Highway, 1 mile outside of Cherryville. Call 704-445-0103.
Bruce isn't sure why he's out here, but this happens every time Aunt Betty and her allergies come to town, doesn't it, Bruce? But now, Train can help downtrodden animals like Bruce. A Train Clean Effect system removes up to 99.98% of the allergens from all the air that it heats or cools, so your owners will never choose Aunt Betty over you again. Let's go find your family a Train dealer.
Your Train Comfort Specialist is Roland Black Heated and Cooling. Call 704-865-1375. Roland Black Heated and Cooling.
It's hard to stop a train.
It was Andre and Clint Spencer out there. Had it tied down. Fly ball left field.
That ball is caught by Dalton Lowry.
It about came out of his glove.
He went to the ground and caught that baseball, Kevin.
Yes, he did.
Great play. Great play by Dalton. And that'll bring up the first baseman, Brandon Gregilla.
Well, Danny, it looks like if we don't get anything in the next 10, 15 minutes or so, we're not going to get anything at all. There's a big break, it looks like, after this little storm surge or,
Kevin,
we're going to get.
You've done a great job keeping up with the weather tonight.
Doing everything.
What's that weatherman from Channel 3?
Larry Sprinkle, that is.
No.
Al Conklin?
No. Well, yeah, Al. Oh, my goodness. Can't think of him now.
Sunshine Sam?
Randy.
No,
Eric Thomas. Kevin Thomas over here, everybody.
Cumulus Calvin.
Ooh, that was a generous call there.
Yeah.
Was. 2 balls.
He felt that wind, too.
And 2 balls in the
strike zone up a little bit. 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. 5-1, Post 100 leads. They've been out hit 8-4.
They sure have.
But that's not what counts in baseball. It's only a part of what counts in baseball.
9 base on balls.
9 walks for Dodson. Ball low there for King. Ball 4. That'll load. They put a runner on first. That'll bring up Dodson, the pitcher, lefty. Jason's going to go out and have a little talk with King. Not liking what he sees right now. Big yawn from me. Oh, goodness.
That's only the second base on balls by Heath King tonight.
It's almost bedtime, Danny.
You got a while yet, man. You got to get up early, too, in the morning, right?
Well, we got to update the internet tomorrow and work on the Cleveland County Fair book. So I got a little bit of a busy day tomorrow.
Strike. Well, it was not a strike. That's ball.
Ooh,
ball
Coach
1.
Reynolds doing a little dance down the sideline on that one. He about spun himself into the ground.
She did. Dotson said King stepped off the mound. And Dotson's backed up and looking at the umpire.
Bob Reynolds here tonight had a fan come up telling me he's sitting on the wrong side.
Wrong side. Yeah, he Coach Reynolds' dad is over here.
He didn't move.
No, I don't think he even give him time of day, did he?
Well, it was 7:15 when he got here,
Yeah.
so I mean, the game's supposed to start at 7. If you ain't in your seat by then, you don't have a seat.
Exactly. We got a 1-1 count on Dotson.
He could have made that point at 6:30.
Yeah, that's right.
Dotson's what today?
He's 2 for 2 with a run scored. Only run scored for them.
He's pitcher 2 for 2 with a run scored out of the
8 hole. Out of the 8
hole.
hole. It sure is. He's a left-handed batter. He's got a 1-ball, 2-strike count with 1 out. And Gregilla at first base, the runner for Post 321.
Breaking ball popped up, left side.
A long way to come for Towery, and he cannot make the catch. Ball falls at his feet. It will be a base hit.
Probably might have should have slid with his feet first there, Danny,
He may have
and
had
try
a
to kind of
chance.
scoop that.
Yep.
He, with the way the wind's moving around tonight a little bit now, and these pop-ups, everything's short in front of these outfielders.
Yeah.
Maybe because he slid feet first and got his feet under him, but that was a tough catch, diving head first.
Yeah, he had to run a long ways.
Yeah.
Wayne Schaefer, the batter.
He tries to drag bunt, going to foul it back.
Yeah, Schaefer's batting in the 9 hole. He's 1 for 2. The number 8 and 9 batters are 4 for 5.
That's the number one thing, though, Danny, when you're trying to drag, is to get the ball down. It don't matter how sneaky you are if you don't get the ball down.
A little surprising he's dragging for a base hit there.
Yeah, he was.
He wasn't giving an out up with 1 out in the inning.
Well, he kind of died. There's a John Brown foul, all-state foul ball into the parking lot. He dives out of that batter's box like Ichiro a little bit. He's not staying tight in that box.
I know.
He danced a little earlier tonight.
Runners on first and second for Huntersville. There's a swing. I hear the
you hear the fireworks
now.
That way now.
Yeah, that's a swing and a miss for out 2.
2 down. That'll bring up top of the order. Coach Reynolds is going to come out. We're going to take a 30-second break on WCSL.
Mention this radio ad and take $1 off each bag of Neutrina feed you purchase from St. Ace Hardware in Lincoln. Offer good for Neutrina River Run dog food, starting at $17.99 for a 50-pound bag. Also good on Neutrina Country Feeds layer pellets, starting at $13.49 for a 50-pound bag. And Neutrina Wrangler horse feed in pellet or sweet, starting at $8.99 for a 50-pound bag. And mention this radio ad and get $1 off each bag you purchase. St. Ace Hardware, Highway 150 West, 27 intersection in Lincoln.
And the batter up now
is Will Champion. Will, the leadoff batter, center fielder. He's 0 for 2 with a base on balls tonight. This is a big at bat right here. If Keith King can get out of this inning.
Folks watching online want to apologize. No real sight lines here for us to be able to get a camera and have it a clear shot of the field. So we're behind the fences here, and with the weather, I mean, we could possibly rig something up, but once we rig something up, it starts raining. We can't get a camera down. Got wet cameras.
Well, you had a wet camera here back in the summer, and cost you too, didn't it?
Yeah, well,
didn't you have one damaged?
Josh basically spiked one in the Post 100 dugout, if you want to call it. It was raining when it happened.
What's that mean, spike?
Like Icky Woods. He did the Icky Woods shuffle after man, that thing, it bounced down the ladder 3 times, hit the concrete, and rolled through the hole through the door. We knew. He had him picked off, and he threw it away.
He sure did. He had him picked off.
Runners on second and third now instead of first and second. And this becomes a big at-bat now in this ball game.
Yeah, he was a dead duck at first base.
Oh, yeah, he was way dead. Dead duck at first base, but threw it away. I couldn't come up with it. Couldn't quite tell from our angle. And behind the net. You can see our 10th there in the corner of that picture, folks. You're watching online. That's our blue 10th there in the left corner. Me and Danny sitting here right behind home plate. That's our view now. Ground ball back to the pitcher.
That's what the doctor ordered. Pitcher to first to end the inning. And the summary for Huntersville in the bottom of the 6th is no runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 2 runners left on base. We go to the top of the 7th, Post 105, Huntersville 1.
In the nation, they go by Guardian, Lifesaver, and Friend. At Nationwide Insurance, we just call them agents. We put members first because we don't have shareholders. Join the nation that cares.
Nationwide is on your side.
Your Nationwide insurance agent in Cherryville is Sandy Cunningham Nationwide Insurance, 1608 East Church Street. Call 704-445-1990.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and Affiliates, Columbus, Ohio, subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
Since 1900, the Stamey Funeral Home in Fallston has been serving the families of our area with the finest in funeral service. In 1998, the Tysinger family began to serve the families of the Cherryville community, and today are a proud member of that community, providing services with dignity and respect. Caring for your family like our own, that's their slogan. Come talk with manager Pete Kraft about the services they provide at the Stamey Cherryville Funeral Home, 405 North Dixie Street in Cherryville.
We have a new pitcher for
We do.
Huntersville.
Yeah, Wayne Schaefer, right-hander, kind of side armor.
All sidearm. I hadn't seen anything overhead. Throw to first, except that ball he threw overhead.
He sure did. That's pitcher to first by Cameron High for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the catcher, Hunter Jackson.
We've seen 4 or 5 of those days.
We sure
Danny.
have.
Back to the pitchers.
Hunter is 0 for 3. And we're moving on to the top of the 7th. And a swing and miss.
Top 7, Cherryville Post 100 leads 5-1 on the Mr. Sparky House of Drug TRT scoreboard. Folks, we don't have all of our sponsor lists tonight, so we're doing things by ear and by memory. I'm going to send Milton a text and get some sponsors to make sure. Folks, I don't want to miss you guys. Swing and a miss. And but folks listening and watching at home, make sure you thank and patronize our sponsors and go by and see them and buy something from them.
That's right.
Tell them you saw a Post 100 game and thank them. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here. So.
Right, ball 1 ball, 2 strikes.
1-2.
1 out in the inning. Ball high, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Austin Wilkinson on deck. And Wayne Schaefer is the new pitcher. Dotson went 6 innings, gave up 5 runs on 4 hits, and walked 9.
Sidearm pitch. The key on that sidearm pitch is to let it get there, because there's going to be some movement.
That's right.
And it's designed not to move too late. Now, the tough part is figuring out which way it's going to move.
That's right.
Because if you throw a sidearm pitch right, Danny, and I used to do it, and the Shelby kids can do it, you can spin it inside and outside. It's not going to go outside every time. I had one I put on the outside corner for a righty, and it started off a foot off the plate, and it would curve back in almost like a left-handed curveball.
Pretty effective, too.
Yeah, if I could throw it. I didn't know where it was going half the time. Like, you can see his cutting back in. If he turns like that, Jackson strikes out, and he fell victim to it. So
he sure did. That'll bring up the right fielder, Austin Wilkinson. Austin officially 0 for 1. He has 2 bases on balls tonight.
I haven't seen a breaking ball yet from him, but we'll see if he's got any of the sidearm breaking balls. Problem with sidearm breaking ball in the rain, sometimes it's a little bit harder to throw. You just got to really snap it and really get low with it. He gets back on the mound ready to pitch, like Bob Gibson.
Yeah, he's he's in a hurry.
Oh yeah. There's that pitch strike. That's what I was talking about, Danny. It looks coming out of his hand. It looks like it's going high and outside, don't it? And it just drops right in there. Nice little spinner. There's the base.
They see it. That's in the gap.
That's going to be our first double.
That will be the double. Sure will.
Maybe. Good throw into second. Playing second. He's safe.
Almost got him, didn't he?
Yes, he did. That wet outfield had to stop that ball, and if it's dry, it gets to the fence, and we're talking he's stand-up double. That's going to bring up, is that
bring up Caleb Nairn. Caleb could play to run with a base hit here for Post 100. A big run here late in the game.
2 down, top 7, 5-1. Post 100 leads. Huntersville Post 321.
Caleb Nairn is officially 0 for 1. 2 bases on balls and 1 run scored with 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Pretty good pitch. Off the plate a little bit. I thought you were going to call it a strike. 1 ball and no strikes.
Nice little twist on the mound there.
Base hit. That will score. Wilkinson.
They're going to pull it all the way. He's safe.
Base hit for Nairn. Big run there, Kevin. Big run.
Yes, it is. That makes it 6-1 now. Post 100 leads. Gets another Rocky Bennett Insurance run to take a 5-run lead over Post 321.
Sidearm didn't didn't fool.
Well, he don't have much heat on it, and when you don't have much heat on it, Danny,
Yeah.
and if you leave it over the plate, pick off, move close. Anytime, I'll go ahead and tell you, anytime you leave it over the plate, you're getting hammered.
That's right. In the batter's box is Josh Beam.
Because it almost looks like it stops on a tee when it's right over the plate. Hit the first base. That'll be the third out of the inning. Well, with 1 run scored, Danny.
And 1 run here in the top of the 7th for Post 100 on 2 hits. No errors and 1 runner left on base. Big run there. Going to the bottom of the 7th, Post 100 6, Huntersville 1.
In the Gospels of Matthew, Luke, and John, we are called to forgive others, and God will forgive us. I find that I can forgive others, and I can ask God to forgive me, but sometimes I find it hard to forgive myself. If you are struggling with forgiveness, as we all do, come to Ryan Heights United Methodist Church and hear of the Lord's grace, mercy, and forgiveness. I'm inviting you to come and worship with us Sundays at 11. I am Kathy McAbee, pastor of Ryan Heights United Methodist Church, and we are located on Madison Street, just up from Betty Ross Park.
Get it cranked at Phil Starter and Alternator in Cherryville. Yes, with a stop at Phil Starter and Alternator in Cherryville, you'll save time and time again. They start all the winners. They do it all at Phil Starter and Alternator in Cherryville. Starters, alternators, generators, rebuilt and repaired. Located at 457 Paul H. Beam Road in Cherryville. Get it cranked and running with a visit to Phil Starter and Alternator in Cherryville. You'll save time and time again.
Save time and time again.
Phil Starter and Alternator, Cherryville. Super Tuesday is back at Medical Center Pharmacy on East Academy Street in Cherryville. Cheeseburgers for just 99 cents. And it's time to get your flu shots. And don't forget about the New Kids Vitamin-Free program. Pick up a free bottle of children's chewable multivitamins every 30 days. Parent must come in and sign up each child for their 30-day supply. At Medical Center Pharmacy, 607 East Academy Street in Cherryville.
Bottom of the 7th.
It's third baseman Jeffrey Williamson, the batter. And he has 2 of the 9 hits for Post 321.
Yeah, Huntersville only 1 run on the board, but have out-hit Cherryville 9-4.
They sure.
Or did we get 1 last night?
We got 2 last
2 last. That is
we got
right.
6 hits now. There's a foul to the right side, and Wilkinson's on he's been on his horse a lot tonight.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
Might as well just stand on that line and make more plays.
I know.
Ain't nobody really pulled the ball on either team.
No. Can you believe that we're postseason and we're the only game being played tonight? Another foul ball off to the right side.
Well, I want to give the Huntersville coaches and grounds crew credit here. They did a good enough job to get the field going. It looked like there would be no chance whatsoever when we got here.
And we've not seen too many slips and slides, have we?
No, we haven't. Up the middle, center fielder playing it perfectly. Beam just standing out there waiting on it.
It sure was. And that's a fly out to center. That'll bring up the shortstop, Kurt Stapiskepski.
Well, I haven't seen anything from either team or almost any Legion team in there with these bats, and no reason not to play shallow right now.
That's right.
Better make them beat you deep.
Yep.
Catch everything in front of you. 1 away. Bottom of the 7th.
Heath King still on the mound for.
It's okay. I call Hunter Jackson Heath Jackson.
Yeah, I know.
So between the two of them.
I know. Heath King doing a great job.
Speaking of Heath Jackson, I want to mention Heath Jackson Plum, another foul ball back on the football field.
We appreciate that.
He's a sponsor tonight and today, and I want to thank him and everything they do over there. So give Heath Jackson a call. Here's breaking ball low. Nope. He's going to check.
They called it too. Strike 2. He sure did. We don't know about that, but we'll take it. So there's no balls and 2 strikes on Stapiskepski.
That's a tough call, Danny.
Yes, it was.
Had a couple of them tonight, but can't expect everybody to be perfect.
Strike 3, swinging. That ball was well off the plate. That's 2 outs in the inning now. They'll bring up the catcher, Carson McNamara. McNamara 0 for 3 tonight.
Folks watching online, don't forget we post all of our games on our YouTube page. Later on tonight, it'll be after midnight, maybe first thing in the morning, depending on the time of when we get back and what I feel like doing, really, if you want me to tell you the truth. But once the game's over, Danny, we'll post them on our YouTube page. Our YouTube page is What's Up Shopper. So you go to youtube.com/whatsupshopper, and you can watch any and all of our replays and highlights. You can watch our parades or any type of event we do. Everything is on there. We also have a page at KTC Broadcasting called Sports Replays. So go to ktcbroadcasting.com. Up at the top of the screen, you'll see What's Up TV. Click on that, and the menu will drop down. Or you don't even have to click on it. Just put the mouse over the menu, and you'll see a thing that says Sports Replays, and you can watch all the games of all the teams and all of our highlights there. So it's like our own YouTube page on ktcbroadcasting.com. So you can see everything. You can see all of our Burns games. Ball 4 now to the batter. Put him on first base. But you can see all of our Post 100 games, all of our Shelby Post 82 games, all of our replays, everything on that page. Hunter,
Hunter's going out to talk to
Heath King,
and we got 2 outs in the inning with a runner on first. And the right fielder Justin Baker up to bat. He's 1 for 3 and 2 strikeouts. And Hunter's coming back to the plate.
Kings Mountain Fireworks, folks, were supposed to go on tonight. They're canceled for a little bit, then the mayor said they're back on. So, as far as we know, they did have those. Lincoln County won today, 2-1. Gastonia leads Caldwell in a suspended game in the 6th, 1-0. Foul ball back on the football field again.
And Gaston Braves won their game last night, 8-3, and they were rained out today. Kings Mountain and ball outside. Kings Mountain and Hickory have tried 2 days to get a game in, have not. Of course, you mentioned Haywood County and Shelby. Asheville and Union County have tried 2 days and haven't got a game in yet.
It's going to be doubleheader weekend or change to 3 games. Ground ball first base. See what's going to be. No, second baseman get over there. Nothing going. As the second baseman didn't get over in time, or the pitcher didn't cover either. So
go down as a base hit.
One of those two didn't get what they were supposed to and left high out to dry over there.
It sure did.
A base hit for Huntersville. So now first and second, 2 outs.
That'll bring up the left fielder, Ethan Whitman. Ethan 0 for 3 and 1 strikeout.
Seems like they've been threatening all night, Danny, when they really have with all these hits. It's 10 hits now.
It is, and they've left 9 on base, and they got 2 on base now. Ball high.
1 ball, no strikes. First and second, 2 outs, 6-1. Post 100 leads over Huntersville here in the bottom of the 7th. Heath King looking to get out of this jam.
Good pitch. Ball low, though. Called ball 2. And King could be tiring here in the bottom of the 7th, Kevin.
That's about the time.
Good pitch.
A lot of Major League pitchers don't go 7 innings, so.
Good pitch on the outside corner of the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike, and 2 outs, 2 runners on base.
Here's the pitch. Called.
Wow.
Strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 6-1. Cherryville leads.
Going to get the curveball.
One side trying to shake it out, the other side trying to shake a hit. It's one of the most quietest baseball games I've probably been to today. I feel like everybody here can just listen to me.
Everybody's got lockjaw.
Everybody's listening to us.
Yeah. Nobody's saying nothing.
No, it's quiet. Need some cheerleaders or a band or something. Make some noise. Ball in the dirt. Full count now.
Yeah, even our cameraman behind us, Josh Collins, is not saying anything.
Yeah, Josh is
lockjaw.
Yeah, with Josh, he might got hit by lightning if he ain't talking.
So we got a 3-2 count, 2 outs, and runners on first and second are going to be moving.
Hey, Josh didn't have to be here. He had a choice going to Shelby tonight, and they got rained out.
There goes your runners.
Ground ball, shortstop. Should be easy at first base. It is.
Wow, good play by Brett Huff over from short to first to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 2 more runners left on base. And going to the top of the 8th, post 106, Huntersville won.
You wouldn't want your favorite sports team to only play offense or only play defense. So when it comes to insurance, why settle for someone that can handle only your auto policy? Bring your home and auto insurance to Allstate now, and you can save big on both. You deserve someone that can assist you more. That's Allstate, Stan. Are you in good hands? Hey, sports fans, call Allstate agent John Brown at 704-435-1920 today.
Just like you love Cherryville sports, Cherryville has a hometown skilled nursing facility that loves their work too. Peak Resources Cherryville, where caring comes to life. For a tour of Peak Resources Cherryville, call us at 704-435-6029 or just stop by. Located off Delview Road at 700 Self Street in Cherryville. And we'd love to meet you. Peak Resources Cherryville, providing exceptional nursing and rehabilitation care at Cherryville. Again, phone 704-435-6029. For Peak Resources Cherryville.
Discover something for everyone at the Red Rabbit 27 shops in Lincoln. For women, you'll find handbags, sunglasses, garden decor, and more. For men, there's outdoor furniture, garden tools, saddles, boots, and chaps. For kids, check out the selection of children's clothes, doll clothes, and baby blankets too. Everyone will love the birdhouses, artwork, pottery, plants, wicker furniture, antique furniture, and jewelry too. Located on Highway 27 east of Lincoln, Red Rabbit 27 open Monday through Saturday. Call 704-240-4448.
Unscored. And made some good plays at shortstop, has Brett Huff.
Yeah, he's done a good job at short, saved some runs here tonight. 1 ball, 2 strikes, no outs to Huff.
Foul ball.
Fouling it off the sidearm.
Just got a piece of it. Dalton Towery on deck and Brendan Alexander in the hole.
6-1, Post 100 leads. And Huff having terrible time with the sidearm.
Strike 3 swinging. That'll
Just
bring
not comfortable up there at all.
No, Dalton Towery will be the batter. Dalton 1 for 4 tonight with the RBI. Number 23, Dalton Towery.
Top of the 8th.
Post 100 with a 5-run cushion. Another run would help. I'm greedy. That's a pop up to
the pitcher. He's going to call it himself and take care of it. 2 outs.
And that'll bring up, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
That'll bring up Brandon Alexander. Go ahead.
I was just going to say 6-1 on the Mr. Sparky TRT trailer. Hauser Drug scoreboard. Brandon Alexander up to bat now. 2 outs. Up 6-1. There's a drive right field. Right fielder's going back.
And he has it for out 3.
Yeah, he does.
So in the inning, that'll be the top of the 8th for Post 100 runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. Going to the bottom of the 8th, Post 106, Huntersville won.
The Car Store in Cherryville is your source for auto sales and service. Stop by and see the Jenkins boys for the best deals around on pre-owned vehicles. And now you can buy used tires for only $25 each. Or mention this radio ad or clip out the What's Up Shopper ad and save $5. Plus, they do inspections and get your oil changed for only $25, including 5 quarts of oil. Let them earn your business. The Car Store, Highway 150 East in Cherryville. Call 704-435-1988. Trailers for everything, and we mean it. At TRT Trailer Sales in Lincoln, 3302 Gastonia Highway. Trailers for hauling livestock, motorcycles, and cars. You'll find dump trailers, utility, and landscaping trailers. You'll find racing trailers with finished interiors, plus the tag-along and gooseneck trailers, insulated trailers with tack compartments and 110 packages. Call toll-free at 1-877-279-7465 or visit the website, trttrailersales.com. $500 off.
Cherryville Post 100 Baseball is being brought to you in part by Gatsa Marble. The Gatsa Marble family would like to personally thank all the dedicated firefighters and emergency service personnel for their efforts in their recent fire. They'd like to also thank all of their family, friends, and customers for their continued support and loyalty. Gatsa Marble is proud to announce they're still able to handle all your marble needs and that their business will remain in Cherryville. Gatsa Marble, located at 121 RNS Access Road in Cherryville. Phone 704-445-1660 or visit their website at gatsamarble.com.
Take 30.
Heath King went 7 innings, gave up 1 run on 10 hits. He struck out 4 and walked 3. A very good outing for Heath tonight, Kevin.
Yes, it was. Only 1 run.
Go to sleep.
Gosh,
Kevin.
hey,
you'll be dry back.
Hey, since I got this, now I'll be all right. Waking up, my son wakes up at 6:45 to 7 on the dot. Don't matter what holiday it is, weekend, he don't care. He's up ready for Mickey Mouse.
I hear you.
7 a.m., Daddy.
Leadoff batter for Huntersville.
I know my son ain't watching now, but maybe he will in the future. This will be on YouTube,
Right.
so I'll say hello to him now.
First baseman Brandon Grazilla, 1 ball count. He's 1 for 2 and a base on balls tonight.
Pitch outside. Well, no call strike.
How old is he and what's his name?
Austin Hastings is now. Austin Lucas Hastings is now. And she put her umbrella up and it went upside down real quick. So got some raindrops. We're going to try to make sure we stay dry. I'm going to toss up an umbrella to my cameraman. Danny, if you take this for a minute.
Yeah, I sure will. Thank you. Grazilla, the batter, 1 ball, 2 strike count, time call by the home plate umpire. Grazilla steps back in. Derek Braun with the pitch. Ball outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Put some of this, some of our paraphernalia up so we can keep it dry. Braun in his lineup. Strike 3, swinging by the big left-hander Grazilla. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th, and that'll bring up the pitcher. Actually, he went from the mound to second base. The second baseman, Hunter Dotson. And Dotson 3 for 3 tonight with 1 run scored. Pitch coming from Braun, fouled off to the left side.
Well, I said if we get any water, Danny, it'll be in the next 10 minutes or so.
Have you looked?
Just looking at it right here. We're catching a band, but it's right over us. But I mean, it's very thin, and it's moving fairly quickly. So.
Strike 2, swinging by Dawson. Braun's coming in here throwing strikes.
No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, 6-1. Post 100 leads here, bottom of the 8th inning. Ground ball back up the middle. Huff's going to have to come over to get it and get the play at first. Will be out.
He is out. I believe the ball went off of Braun to. So
we'll get a 1-6-3.
That'll be 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th, and that'll bring up the pitcher, Wayne Schaefer. Wayne 1 for 3, left-handed batter. Derek Braun looked very good.
I saw one fan try to put their umbrella up, Danny, and the wind wasn't blowing. It went the opposite way as soon as they brought it up. So that thing's done.
1 ball count on Schaefer. Foul ball, 1-1 count.
I see a couple people with the same Walmart umbrella I got. Either they took it out of the back of our truck or they went shopping.
You better check.
Made sure I sent one with Dustin to Shelby today, but they didn't need it because they got caught before they even started. 1-1 pitch, 2 outs.
Good pitch inside to call ball 2, 2-1 count, 2 outs.
Inside about 3 or 4 inches there.
Yep.
2-1, 2 outs, 6-1. Post 100 leads.
Another good pitch fouled off over the dugout.
And they ducking. They got a fence in front of them.
2-2 count and 2 outs.
Well, if it catches the front of the dugout, it'll knock it down on them.
Josh hasn't got anything back there tonight, has he?
As far as foul balls?
No, no pop fouls.
Outside. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 8th, 6-1, Post 100 leading to the number 9 hitter and current pitcher right now. Another foul ball.
Yeah, Schaefer's hanging in there.
Schaefer's fouled off a box of baseballs by himself today.
Yes, he has.
Talked about that earlier.
And the umpire's asking for baseballs.
I bet he is. Schaefer hit them all out of here.
That one guy said, well, I don't know where they're at.
Look how far the right fielder is over. He's not expecting a pull. Not the way he drops his bat on him like that.
My goodness. He's playing.
I thought that was the center fielder for a second. Yeah, I mean, he is on the. He's on the left side of right center field.
Yes, he is, and this is the left-handed batter, too.
Yeah, they're not expecting a pull. But if you saw that, you'd think the left fielder would be down the line, but he's not.
Good
swinging
pitch. Got him swinging. So that's 3 up and 3 down here in the bottom of the 8th. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on base. And after 8 full complete innings, Cherryville Post 100 still in the lead, 6-1 over Huntersville.
6% off. That's right, 36% off during the Samsung bestsellers at your nearest Hendrick Appliance location, including Samsung washers, dryers, and refrigerators. Plus, take 20% off Samsung's best-selling ranges and ovens. It's a red, white, and blue savings sale going on right now at your nearest Hendrick Appliance, 2689 East Main Street in Boger City, 4027 East Franklin Boulevard in Gastonia, and 1241 East Dixon Boulevard in Shelby.
Bright, sunshiny day.
If you want to be treated like family, stop by the drugstore in Lincoln and Vale or Boger City, and you will get just that. The drugstore is locally owned and operated. George and his staff take great pride in giving all their customers fast, efficient, quality customer service. They can help you with any prescription or home health care need you may have. Find them on Facebook or at tdspharmacies.com. The drugstore would like to welcome you to their family.
There's a foul ball down the left sideline for you internet viewers.
0-2 count on the designated hitter, Shoemaker.
0-2. Side arm Shoemaker inside. And welcome back on the radio to North Medic High School. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Tyler Shoemaker.
What inning are we in? We're in the top of the
ninth. And everybody reaching for the car keys, Danny.
I think so. Ooh, that's a long fly ball to the left
Deep left field. Off the bottom of the wall. Shoemaker will hustle into second.
With the second double over.
And he had a little speed on him. He could have made it to third on the miss.
I think he could have too. I thought maybe there for a little bit it was going out.
It was almost out. Hit the bottom of the wall. It's the first ball we've seen hit past the outfielders tonight.
Yep, it is. That'll bring up, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Try to took everybody by surprise.
Yeah, that'll bring up the first baseman, Cameron High. Cameron looking for his first hit of the night. That was the second hit for Shoemaker. Cameron's 0 for 4 tonight. Another insurance run would be helpful.
Post 100 bunt, first base. Side, throw, got the out. Shoemaker over to third. 6-1.
Yeah, good sacrifice there.
And I thought Coach Reynolds might run a runner out there for Shoemaker, just in case one gets by the plate, but don't look like he's going to. See if Jackson can knock him in.
Yeah, that'll bring up the catcher, Hunter Jackson. Hunter's looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 4 tonight. And he's going to drive him in a run.
Yeah, he is. There's a Rocky Bennett insurance run as the first baseman. No, he doesn't pick it. Ball on the ground.
Yeah.
I thought he made a great pick, but he didn't come up with it. Error on the second baseman, threw the ball in the dirt. Jackson reaches, and Shoemaker scores now at 7-1. Top 9 Post 100 leads, adds another Rocky Bennett insurance run.
Big run right there. That'll bring up the right fielder, Austin Wilkinson.
Post 100 holds the lead tonight, folks. We're going to be taking a quick post-game show. The storm is starting to move in, and I don't have my sponsor sheet, so I don't want to mess anything up. So we're going to have a quick show for our studio producer back at the studios tonight, Calvin Hastings, in studio tonight.
Thank Calvin for, well, I mean, Calvin always does a great job.
Well, it's a good thing Hillard's here, so he can't tell him how bad a job he's doing there at the office. He's already told us how bad a job we're doing.
You need to brag on your dad there.
Fly ball center field. He's going to back up a little bit. Nothing going. Second out of the inning. Jackson's going to get back over to first, and that'll bring up number 12.
That'll be the second baseman, Caleb Nairn. Caleb, 1 for 2, RBI, 2 bases on balls, and a run scored. He's had a busy night tonight. Batting in the...
I was about to say, he's had a really busy night for the 9-hole.
Yes, he has. Ball low.
Arm. Inside corner.
Just a few sprinkles, but nothing real heavy.
Follow along rest of the playoffs here. On you might need to stand up and hold that side in a second, Danny. So the wind's starting to pick up. I said the storm will be here in the next 5 to 10 minutes if it's going to come. Wind's starting to pick up here, top of the 9th. Me and Danny's going to stand here and hold on to the tent, make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Don't want to lose another one. Inside, Hunter Jackson, 30 feet off the bag, and he gets back.
He's back.
Goodness.
I thought he
could have shook hands with the second baseman.
Yes, he could have.
He might as well just put on the second.
I know it. He might have made it.
Rain picking up big time. We're going to try to stay dry. Let's move back our stuff just a little bit. Make sure this camera stays out of the rain. Just move it back. We don't need to go too far, but 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out.
Long fly ball to
second base, and he backs up, makes the play. And that's 3 outs here. Headed to the bottom of the 9th, 7-1.
1 run on 1 hit, 1 error, 1 run left on base.
And rain drops drop out of the sky. We might have a delay here. Just keep it there until we tell you to come back, Calvin. Hey, Dad, if you can hear us, looks like they're gonna try to play this night.
$500 off any Big Dog X Series mower from West End Sales in Vail. Bring in the ad from this week's What's Up Shopper and take $500 off any Big Dog X Series mower. These mowers feature a big 26 horsepower Kawasaki engine and a big 52-inch cut. But that's not all. Bring in the same ad in the What's Up Shopper and take $50 off any Cub Cadet tiller in stock or any Land Pride mower in stock. Only from West End Sales, 110 Highway 18 North at the Highway 27 intersection in Vail.
Mr. Sparky, we're on time, you'll see. Mr. Sparky, or your repair is free.
Most people are not expecting an electrician to be in their home. They wait and call us when the power's out, something's smoking, or something's not working.
That's Rusty Wise of Mr. Sparky, America's on-time electrician. And Rusty, I've got this new widescreen TV. Can you guys help me with this?
Yes, we can actually mount the TV, install the mount, install the HDMI cables, the low voltage cables, and install the 120-volt outlet that it needs instead of that 6-foot drop cord you ran.
And now surge protectors. Yours aren't the kind I see in the big box stores, are they?
Yes, there's whole panel surge protections that we hardwire in, have a lifetime warranty.
Mr. Sparky, locally owned, people you can trust. They background and drug test every employee.
Call Mr. Sparky if you have any electrical needs. If you're sitting in the dark, something's smoking, or something's not working, give us a call.
They can do it all. Mr. Sparky.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Primal.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Good pitch.
Outside corner. 7-1 ball game, Danny. It's pouring down rain, and I'm umpiring. That strike zone, if the catcher catches it in the air,
widens a little bit.
It might be a strike. Outside. I'd have called that one. I wouldn't have cared.
I know.
I'm just. I wouldn't have cared about the fans yelling. Strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Nobody would have said anything.
No.
2-2 count. Foul to the right side.
Oh, I'm sure somebody said, "Ready to go home, Blue."
Get 3 outs in this inning. Post 1 will go up 2-0 in its best 3 out of 5, and back to Fraley Field tomorrow night.
2 balls, 2 strikes, no outs. Here's the pitch, high, ball 3, 3 ball, full count, no outs. 7-1, Post 100 leads on WCSL 1590 AM and WCSL 1590 AM.com. Here's pitch inside. Ooh, almost thought about calling strike 3 there.
Thought he'd call that.
Gonna have a walk here. First batter of the inning.
That'll bring up the third baseman, Jeffrey Williams. Williams 2 for 4 tonight.
Good thing we bought a new tent tonight, Danny.
No, we
didn't need it until.
Come in handy. That's a good stop at in Lincolnton.
Yep. We were 51 outs. We did 51 good outs up there. Keep the water off that camera. Every time I look down, I see a finger go across the screen. Ground ball, first base, no man's land. They're going to get it this time. Yes, they do.
Yep. Good play by Derek Braun to pick up the ball and shuffle it over to Cameron High for the first out of the inning. That moves Champion up to second, and will bring up the shortstop, Kurt Stepachowski. He is 1 for 4 tonight.
7-1, Post 100 leads. After this inning, we're going to send it back to the studio for a 2-minute break while Danny counts up stats.
It won't take long.
We will take a 3-minute break, Calvin. 3-minute break while we count stats.
Ball high. Get slick out there.
And then the ball's starting to slide every which way. And then Josh's going to break down, and we're gonna work under this 10 as long as we can, packing up stuff. 1-0. 1-0 count. He wanted it.
Yeah, he did. Ball high.
2-0.
They appeal, but the umpire in the field says...
You ain't going to get that call when he's on that. Most of the time, Danny, when he's on that side of the pitcher, he can almost never tell.
Oh, there goes the ball out of
the bat goes slinging. The ball was hitting me in the face.
Shout out to Vince Hefner.
All right.
I know he's listening in tonight. He'll be with us tomorrow night at Fraley Field.
Remember, don't give in to sin. Think about it.
That's right.
It's his end of line in the paper every week. And on the commercials. That's
right call. Another shout out to Aaron Moss. Aaron, a big part of Post 100 success over the years, many years.
Yep.
And Aaron's listening in tonight. I'm sure Nancy is too. Hello.
Ball outside, 3-2. 1 out.
I'm needing some baseball. Oh, he almost got hit in the head.
He got time to throw the ball out, and they thought he wanted the ball.
He had his helmet on.
They might have seen him duck on the screen. They might have. I'm on Josh's camera right now. I'm not even going to worry about this behind the plate. He about took one in the face.
Well, he didn't duck, though, did he?
Yeah, a little bit. At the last, I think after the ball went by him.
You'd have to see it. It's so funny.
3-2, 1 out. High, ball 4. Slips by off Jackson's glove, and he's going to look around. Nothing going. Runners first and second now. 1 out. Infield fly rules on.
It is, and that'll bring up the catcher, Carson McNamara. He's 0 for 3 with the base on balls. Not a easy task to toe the rubber out there right now for Derek Braun.
Post 100 in bad need of a double play.
The mound was bad when the game started. You know, it's really slick now. Right-handed batter, McNamara. Double play would be good.
Pickoff move, nothing going. Well, remember, tomorrow we'll be right back here. WCSL 1590 AM and WCSL1590am.com from Fraley Field. You can watch that game.
Well, back us up at 7 other games, hopefully.
Right.
We'll try to get in tomorrow.
If you have a smartphone or tablet, you can go to the Android store and the Apple store. Download the free Ustream app, and when you're on, after you download that app, you're looking for the ball game, folks. It just all depends the way their search works. It depends what channel you're on. So if you're on WCSL, search WCSL 1590 AM if that's the game we're on. So if it's a Shelby game, you'll search WHS 1390. It won't say Shelby, it'll say WHS. Base hit down the line, that's going to score 1. Depending if the right fielder can cut it off, maybe 2. Here comes the throw into second base, and he is
safe. I think.
We're going to call it safe. Umpire was just out there looking at him like he wants a date or something. I don't know what he wanted.
He did not signal at all.
Sir, you can slide over here in this corner if you want. You wouldn't bother us right there.
Right fielder Justin Baker, the batter, he's 2 for 4 with 2 strikeouts tonight.
Folks watching at home, Huntersville folks, you can watch tomorrow night's game if you ain't going to be able to make it to Cherryville. We'll be glad to have you.
Absolutely.
Did you see Hunter right there?
What did he do?
Well, he slid outside on the pitch, but it was a fastball. Hunter caught it like this, like he was expecting curve. He just threw his arms up at Derek like, what are you doing?
Wow.
1-0, 1 out, 7-2. Post 100 leads. Fastball.
Yeah,
we ain't had a ball hit at us all night since it started raining.
Right, yeah.
It's all coming back to us.
1 out and runners at second, third, 1 run in the inning. It's 7-2.
Well, half the net's about sitting in our lap, so. Good thing we didn't put the camera through the net. That's what Josh suggested. No. Ooh, good pitch.
Wow, good pitch. A little high. 2 balls and 1 strike. 1 out, and the rain has let up.
It's still raining now. It's let up. It ain't pouring now.
Good
Ooh,
pitch.
right down the middle. He knows he wanted that one.
2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 7-2. Huntersville trying to rally up some runs here in the bottom of the ninth. Down 5, 2 runners on.
Good pitch. A little bit high. That'll run the count to 3-2.
Huntersville's tied run is in the hole right now.
Do not need to put another runner on base.
No. Although it wouldn't hurt with a force-out situation, but I'm sure that's not what Coach Reynolds is thinking.
Right down the middle. Call strike 3 looking. We're out 2.
Call strike 3, 2 outs. 7-2. Post 100 leads now. 2 outs here in the bottom of the ninth inning.
Left fielder Ethan Whitman up to bat. Ethan 0 for 4 with 1 strikeout.
Post 100 will look to close out the series tomorrow if they can hold on here.
Might see Alec Johnson on the mound.
Hey, it's postseason baseball time. It's post 100 time, and they've won 6 straight.
That's right.
Area 4 championships for a reason.
1 ball and no strikes. Strike 1, swinging by the right-handed batter. Runners on second and third and 2 outs. Here in the bottom of the ninth at North Meg High School.
Home of the Vikings.
And the pitch from Braun. Swinging. A high pitch, but the batter went for it, so we got a one ball 2-strike count. Derek Braun came in relief of Heath King in the bottom of the 8th. Trying to nail it down.
Strike 3 call. Strike 3 call. Ball game. Cherryville wins 7-2 on the Mr. Sparky TRT trailer. House of Drugs scoreboard. We'll be right back in 3 minutes. 3 minutes on whatsupshopper.com.
Carolina Care Center strives to provide quality care and promote an excellent quality of life. They now offer Carolina Care cottages. All Carolina Care services are now available to cottage residents on an outpatient basis. Cottage residents have priority to beds if need at Carolina Care Center. The 2-bedroom cottages are fully equipped. Reserve your new home today by calling 704-435-4161. Carolina Care, offering a standard of excellence. Let their family take care of your family today at Carolina Care Center.
The old saying, you can't keep a good man down, now applies to Brookwood Cafe and Catering. The new Brookwood Cafe and Catering is located on Providence Mill Road in Maiden, featuring the same great food and service you remember. The world's greatest fried chicken and world-famous penny brown.